It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
What's up? Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Get in here. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. It is Monday. I know everybody hates Monday. I put my blue on because, you know, normally people feel like Monday is the blues or whatever. But at any rate, it's Monday. Don't feel down about it. It's the beginning of the week, the weekend on the way. And it's another day for us to do better, okay? So shout out to everybody in the building. I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure y'all like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, okay? We do this Monday through Friday. It is the Morning Joes. And we just come over here and talk about some hot topics, give some opinions, give some spirituality. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of education. I'll be trying to slide that in there and whatnot, you know, for the girls or whatever. And it's just a joke to get y'all through y'all work day. So come on in, get the likes up on the video, and welcome to everybody. Morning announcements per usual. Please, you guys, make sure you are grounding and meditating and praying. Y'all, I was listening to Rashad Jamal. I don't know if many of you guys are familiar with him, but he's on YouTube. He's now currently incarcerated, but he's a really good teacher. Very, very, very wise teacher. And I think he said he's working on getting out. Did y'all see the monks that were walking through Atlanta? And remember how, I don't know if y'all saw it. I can go pull it up. But there were some monks that were walking through Atlanta and it kind of went viral. Now, it was odd when I saw it because I'm like, I didn't know much about the monks. All I knew about the monks is what I've seen on like a movie or something. But I had never seen like the monks, but I'm going somewhere. So Rashad Jamal, who's a dope teacher. Oh my God, dope teacher. He was talking about what this actual monk or this walk for peace was. And I don't want to go into detail. Y'all can go on YouTube and find it yourself. His name is Rashad Jamal, and he's doing lectures from prison actually. But he spoke about how these monks are real and not real at the same time, meaning there are actual monks doing a walk for peace. And one thing he brought out was the states in which they're walking. And they walking in all of those southern states where most of us originate from. So the Carolinas, Georgia, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, everywhere where, you know, the origin of us really derived. And what he was saying was, for lack of better terms, because I don't want to go too far into it, but what he was saying was these monks, the ones that you see right here, are a representation of the actual real monks that are walking. And conspiracy theory time, but I know it's real. But they were transported here, or at least teleported here, to do this walk, and they will all walk barefoot because what they're doing is kind of like blessing the soil, blessing the earth. So when they walking through all of these places barefoot, not the physical ones you see right here, but the ones that's really doing it. This is according to his doctrine and his teaching. And it makes so much sense. And I'm telling you, he's saying that they walk barefoot because they're so sacred and so like spiritually high ranked that their aura, just being around their aura, can help you. So them walking on these lands is to help wake up the people. And who are the people? Me and you. So when I be telling y'all meditate, genealogy and stuff like that, I'm saying all that to say, first of all, do it for yourself. But I'm saying all that to say it's so many ways that the Most High and the ancestors be sending stuff to us, but the industry and the media likes to put it out to us like it's entertainment. And let me say this too. They say the monks were so highly spiritual. This is what made me know it had to be some cap somewhere. Because what in the world? Because they started following the monks on their walk. And one of them got on the mic. And immediately I said, wait a minute. And again, I'm not the most smartest person about the monks. But what I did know about them was them people ain't personable people. They not like, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? All right, girl, I'm going to come over. Them people not like that. So when I seen one get on the microphone and say what he said about them following him, I was like, this doesn't make no sense. But what Rashad Jamal was saying was that it doesn't make sense because it doesn't. These aren't the real monks. These are representations of the real monks, okay? We have not seen the real monks, the ones that are actually walking. They are actors. This is a stage. The world is a stage. I hope y'all are following me. But what he was saying was the world is a stage. So they've had to put out representation for us so that we can just, does that make sense? But it's not really what it is. It kind of goes back to the dream I had when I told y'all the man told me in the dream, it's not, nothing is real. And he said, it's not that it didn't happen. It's just, it didn't happen the way that you believe it happened. This came to me in a dream. Go back on my morning Joes. I spoke about this when I told you I had a dream at a picture studio in the 50s. It was in a 1950s setting. And this astronaut, this man dressed in an astronaut suit said, listen, none of it is real. And I was like, what do you mean it's not real? He said, it's real. It happened. But none of it is real the way that you believe that it happened. So he said, yes, Civil War, Civil Rights Movement, all of that stuff happened, but it's not real the way that you believe it. And I swear to God, ever since I had that dream, everything, bop, 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 bop. And I meditate and pray every day, and I ground when I can. But I'm telling you, ever since I've been having that dream, it's like stuff been popping me in the back of my head. Boom, 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 boom. And it's just so obvious, But anyways, I'm saying all that to say, because I was bringing this back to grounding. You guys, again, rather you deal with the monks things or whatever or not, I don't really care. What I'm telling you is the only salvation to escape this hellhole is to go within, okay? And the only way to go within is you have to pray. That's the most familiar way that we know. If that's the most familiar way that you have, just pray. Don't pray with your hands closed. Pray with your hands open, okay? Don't ever pray with your hands closed. Pray with your hands open because you want to be able to receive and send and receive, okay? So don't pray like this, pray like that. But also just pray. And if not, if you can go further, do a little meditating, do a little grounding, and watch how it changes your life. It's going to look different for everybody. It's going to look different for everybody. Just watch how it changes your life. So meditate, ground, pray, and most importantly, Black America, do your genealogy. Please, you have to do this genealogy. Y'all don't understand how imperative it is that you do your genealogy. Please do your genealogy. Do it. It's going to help you. It ain't going to help me. I don't get nothing from it. I ain't selling you nothing. Just do it. Find out who you are. We got a show today. So we need to talk about Claressa Shields and basically her going at 50 Cent and the Black community, as she should. So apparently 50 Cent started beef with Claressa Shields and Papoose, and it's spiraling in a way that he didn't quite expect it to, because now he's looking a fool. And we're going to talk about it. We are definitely going to talk about it. Also, I want to talk about Jamal Bryant. Another pastor from somewhere drugged him and his wife for filth. Do you hear me? And I also wanted to discuss, since he want to bring focus and attention on the United Negro College Fund and them raising $4 million for it, I told y'all Jamal Bryant is using Black Americans and their energy and their resources and their money to feed them immigrants. I told y'all niggas that, but we gonna get into it, because sure as I got a nose on my face, I went to go look up where the funds from the United Negro College come from, because I said it in passing when we spoke about it. I said I hadn't heard a nigga get a scholarship from the UNCF in scolds and blows. And as sure as I got a nose on my face, something said, "Boo, girl, go Google it, girl." And as sure as I got a nose on my face, girl, niggas ain't getting no scholarships. They giving it to the immigrants. And then when you want to find out how many immigrants They don't want to even tell you. Oh, yeah, we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. I'm telling y'all, and this is when he using the church. He using black women, old black women, and young black dummies. Because I don't like black. I ain't gonna lie, no shade. And this is not a personal statement. But as a collective, I do not like black people who attend major churches. And I do not like black people who are orchestrating and running major churches. Y'all are the fakest amongst us all. I just had to say it. Oh, I'm so glad I got it out. Y'all the fakest amongst us all. Y'all are the most hypocritical amongst us all. And y'all all think y'all going to heaven. And I can't wait to see y'all go down to the pits of hell. Oh, I'm so glad I said it. Oh, thank you, Lord. It felt so good to get it off my chest, you know? I just hate y'all. I don't hate y'all. I hate the Christianimals. I just don't like y'all. Y'all are what's wrong with us. Y'all are a big reason of what's wrong with us, and y'all don't even know it. Anyways, Pastor Jamal Bryant is using all of them people with all of their energy and all of their melanin and all of their resources while they scrubbing two nickels together so that he can take care of everybody except them. And I keep telling y'all, get out of them churches. But y'all gonna follow these people to hell. I can tell y'all, we gonna get into it. Also, Cardi B is trying to sue Grok and Twitter them because allegedly some rumor went out that her daddy, her father, was over there essaying on people. I don't know if it's true. According to Cardi, she said it's a lie, and she about to start dropping the lawsuit. Somebody get Tasha K on the line. Then we need to get into Finesse 2tymes, talking about Mama 10 times. And it's not really about him per se. It's about the relationship between some black women in the 80s and 90s who had babies and the offspring of those people. We're going to get into all of that. But before we do that, I need you guys to get the likes up on the video, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get right on into the show, y'all. Let me say this though too, y'all. Be mindful, please, if you don't do nothing else, because I don't know if y'all be missing the cues and the words and the buzzwords and the trigger words, Black America. But please, we used to speak about this all the time. I see I'm gonna have to bring this back up. There are 5 words that when you hear them, you need to run far away from them. Y'all put them in the chat who've been here since day one. There are 5 terms that they use to call Black Americans that whenever you hear them should automatically send up a red flag, okay? There are 5 words, 5 people of color. There you go. Thank you, Jay Grizzly. People of color is one of them. Thank you so much. Minority. Yes, thank you. That is another one. Minority is another one. DEI. Thank you, Lord. Oh, girl, y'all ain't playing. Black and brown. Thank you. And I ain't gonna lie, I forgot the last one. Somebody gonna bring it up. I always forget this last one. It's 5. I know it's black and brown, DEI, people of color, minority. It's one more, and I always forget it. And no, not NAACP, not ADOS. Oh, girl. It's gonna come to me. But either way, y'all know where I'm going with this, right? Those terms, it could be diversity, but I don't think so. But we can add that to it. We can add diversity to it. But listen to what I'm saying. What do these words have in common? They all mean encompassing of. They don't mean specifically you. So when you see even your African American, thank you, Kako. Thank you. African American. African American is the last one. African American. That's the last one. I can never remember it. Thank you. So we got people of color, African American, minority, DEI, and minority, DEI. Y'all just got them. Girl. My nerves bad. Listen, whenever you hear these words, all of these titles or adjectives to describe the noun, which are people, all of these terms are all encompassing of. What does that mean? It does not mean you. It means everybody. Okay? So with that being said, when you hear people who are running the world use these terms, I don't care if they black, I don't care if they black American. When you hear these terms, you got to know. Black and brown is the last one. Thank you. When you hear these terms, you have to know that that means everybody except you. Because the only people who are going to not receive from all these things are you, Black America. All of these terms were created to destiny swap and take all of your resources, baby. So even if it's Jamal Bryant, I don't give a damn if it's Obama. I don't give a damn if it's Nicki Minaj, Beyonce. Whenever you hear them terms, you got to know you're being robbed. You might as well just put your hands up. It's a stick up. Whenever you hear, I don't care who it is. Whenever you hear them terms, all niggas need to just put their hands up because you're being robbed. Literally, you're literally being robbed, but you don't know it because they've introduced these terms to you as if they meant you, and you still believe that you are those people, and they're not referring to you when they speak about those people. So when you hear those words from anybody, I don't care if you like them or not, just know you're being robbed. These people, even our people, I told y'all that too. You're gonna have to get used to knowing that it's some of us that are against us. They cannot successfully do what they do to us unless we help them. What do? Genealogy. Because when you do your genealogy, it's gonna cut all that out. Genealogy. That's all you gotta do. If you do your genealogy, you're going to get further back in your genealogy and realize I ain't none of that. Hell, I ain't even black. Quiet as it's kept, but I don't want to go too far. I want to get the people to get to the genealogy. If you want to know what to do your genealogy. That's the only way you're going to know. And your answer might be different from the person next to yours. So do your genealogy. There you go. You get it? So, yeah, just know you're being robbed when they say those terms. And it's going to be sometimes by people who look just like you, people who are you, okay? I want to get into, let me bring this up right quick. I think I had, hold on. Not yet, sir. Oh, yeah. Perfect timing. Shout out to Young Pharaoh. Man, I wish we can get this brother back. I know he's physically here, but Young Pharaoh, his soul is not here. His spirit is not here. I don't know what they did to this young man. Whatever they did to him, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I had him at my prayer the other day because I had watched the old video of Young Pharaoh. I'm not talking about when he started with the baby mama stuff with Golden. I'm talking about prior to that, young, thirsty, knowledgeable, wisdom, Young Pharaoh. I put him in my prayers the other day, no cap, because I really want him to get better because he's a shell of a person. He's literally a shell of a person. I don't know what them white folks did when he let him in there, but whatever they did, he is not the same. He's not there. Anyways, Young Pharaoh was talking about genetics, and I need you guys to pay a very, very close attention to this video. Let me tell you why. Because you are being tricked. You're being tricked by all of these new races of people. And these people are tricking you and hiding under other terms, even though they know who they are. I'll give you an example. Jewish people, white Jews. They will tell you, especially the ones who run in the place, I'm not white. That's bull. Let me tell you why. Because there's really only 4 to 5 races on the face of the earth. When you start seeing all these mixed peoples, those are mixed breeds. Shout out to the mixed breeds. But y'all are not original people. No shade, no tea. I love everybody. Well, I don't love everybody. I'm lying. However, the mixed breeds, I'm talking about your Mexicans. I'm talking about the Hawaiians up there. I'm talking about the Native Americans, the $5 foot. All of these people were created, literally created. They had people. They say, hey, this group of people, you go mate with that group of people, and we're going to make a whole new group of people. So when you see all these different races who get to dip in and out of whatever race they want to, just know you're being fooled. First of all, these new races are just that, new races. A biracial person is just that, a biracial person. They are not black, they are not white. They are biracial. Now, when you start science and talk about genetics and recessive and dominant, that's a whole nother story. But I'm talking about socially, and I'm talking about in the real world. A biracial person is just that. They're not black, they're not white. They are biracial. Triracial, quadroon, octoroon, it don't matter. But I'm using this video to show this to you. The white Jewish people like Aiden Ross and a lot of them, I seen them getting into it with the girl Doechii. And the first thing he hollered was, I'm not white, I'm Jewish. I'm not white, I'm Jewish. Newsflash, duck, duck, goose. The Jewish people are whites. I told y'all, Mariah Lynn is white. Ethnically, she says that she's Puerto Rican. Racially, she's white. Gretchen from Baddies, she's white. John B, he's white. Y'all got to learn the difference between race and ethnicity, because you don't know that the enemy has been shape-shifting and cosplaying and in and out of every single race because you are ignorant to what race is. I'm going to let young Pharaoh talk to you about what 4 or 5 only races there are on the earth. Everything else is a mashup. It is what it is. Your eyes are telling you what you see. If you look at a person and you see a white person, then damn it, they white. Very seldom you're going to get they not white. But for the most part, what you see is what it is. And your ignorance and not knowing is what they've been using against you. Let's get into it.
There's only 4 phenotypes: Dravidian, Caucasoid, Mongoloid, which is Asians and Koreans and all of them. And then there's which is me and African. And so here's the issue that I'm having. Scientifically, according to the Australian Research Center for Ancient DNA, we can prove that white people, Caucasoid people, because even if you don't identify as white, the term is not a description. You can't be a y'all all fall.
He talking about Jew. He said the term Jew is not a racial description, but they like to dip and dab inside of it. So they'll tell you, I'm not white. You'll even see white people tell you, oh, they different because they Jewish. No, girl. They are all the same genetically. All the same.
Genetically in the category of Caucasoid. And Caucasoids, according to not only history, but biblical history as well, descend from the Caucasus Mountain. How, with the Middle East being an extension of Africa, are Caucasoids claiming that they are native to a land that not only they were never there, they were there and inhabited it after us? There's only 4 phenotypes.
So he started talking about white people claiming the Middle East. Basically saying genetically it's impossible because number one, you aren't old enough to say that that's your original land. And then secondly, he was also saying, girl, the land be killing y'all. So I know y'all ain't there. And then y'all came way after us. It's impossible. But this is the point. You have to understand those 4 categories. When he said Negroid, that's any all melanated people, black, African, the Mexican, any dark melanated people on the earth. Not any, but most. Because then you got the Australian type of people, the Caucasoid, which is the white people, and I'll let him go through it. But the point I'm making is this: you got to know the difference. Socially, you have been socialized to believe that race is like a scale. Like it goes up and down, and it depends on how you look. That's what the enemy used to describe you when he got here. That's what he used to separate you because you didn't know. You didn't know at least his system. Now you're repeating his system. It grinds my gears when I hear Black Americans repeat that 1 drop rule bull crap. How many times do I have to tell you the 1 drop rule was to never say who was black? It was always to make sure who was pure white. If you had 1 drop of anything that wasn't pure white, they flicked you off. But black people have adopted that ideology as if it's a badge of honor. It is not. It was almost like flicking people into the trash can. Oh, there's a block, there's a spot of anything. Get it out of here. It was like we were the trash cans and they were throwing these people to the trash. So when I see white black people, repeating it over and over and over again, it grinds me because I don't think they understand what it is they are saying. And these people, mind you, are not black. They are biracial, octoroon, quadroon, whatever they are, but they are not fully black. Okay? So far, we're learning that you can't listen to these people dip and dab in and out of race because you're only one of four. You either white, black, Asian, or Australian looking. And I don't know the actual terms, but y'all get what I'm saying. Okay? All that other stuff is made up. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Sonia, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate you, my love. Never Burrow, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Says, be leery of those prayer circles holding hands. Let me tell you something, girl. I remember we was on the lake before Katrina. This is coming out of high school, and these white folks come up to us 1 o'clock in the morning talking about doing the prayer circle to hold hands, bitch. And I said, hell no. And my friend in the middle, letting them people pray over her. And I was over there saying, girl, you going to hell, girl. Them people going to pray over you and send you to hell. And the lady was saying, shut up, you devil. That was the white lady was telling me, girl. It didn't care. And my dumb ass friend in the middle. Oh, my mama, we ribbed her down. Nigga, we ribbed her for years after that with her duck ass. This her. And all the people, oh, bitch. This hoe done went got possessed, bitch. And I'm over there in the back saying, girl, get out the circle, bitch. Get out the circle, bitch. And the white lady was saying, she's the demon. She's a devil. She's a demon. I was saying, bitch, get out the circle, bitch. Them people going, and this hoe. I never forget it, bitch. We had to be about 17 years old. I never forget that, bro. We had to be about 17. It was before I had my daughter. I had my baby at 19. I will never forget that the day I lived. And it was so crazy because they formed a circle around and was holding hands. And this bitch in the middle. I should call that hoe and see if she still made it. I ain't talked to her in about 10, 15 years. I need to check on the girl to see if she all right. Girl, for real. That's a real story. I swear to God. I swear. God can take me now if I'm lying. I swear to God. And I was outside of the circle saying, girl, don't let them people do that to you, girl. Them people gonna put demons on you. And that lady was saying, shut up. She's the devil. Shut up. She's the devil, bitch. I could be all that outside the circle, bitch. Girl, please. So, yeah, don't let people hold their hands and all of that. Girl. I'm telling you now, Never Burrows. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, don't forget the ACLU Amnesty Inc. It says, Yashiv Inst. The list goes on, but none for us. I got to look into that. I'm ignorant on that, but thank you so much for bringing that up. Thank you so much. And you know, I'm not saying don't hold hands around y'all family for Thanksgiving. I ain't gonna lie, quiet as it kept. Some of my family and some of y'all families y'all don't need to be holding hands with, girl. Some of y'all holding hands at the Thanksgiving. Bitch, you looking at the nigga next to you or the bitch next to you, and you like, girl, I don't even want to hold her hand, bitch, because I already know what she be on. Yeah, bitch, that little blood might get on me, girl. That little energy might transfer from her hand to mine, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Girl, no, y'all got to be skeptical. Listen, in 2025, you need to be skeptical about everything. Do you hear me? Girl, I know y'all love y'all family. I know it. But some of y'all we all got a few people in our family. You be like, no, girl. That's my auntie child, but no. We all know everybody done whisper behind their ear about what they, we done all, everybody know. So stop with all of that. You feel what I'm saying? It's certain people, y'all got to watch holding hands for them prayers and all of that. Watch it. Watch it. I'm telling y'all. Y'all be done messing around, held hands with the devil, girl. And let me say this too. For people, especially Black Americans, for people who operate in an evil spirit, I'm telling you now, you are making yourself wide open for the demons to come on in and use you. Oh, you just keep on using me. All you evil, depressed, miserable, disgusting, down and out. You're just opening up your vessel for the devil to come on in and use you. And you got to know this. When he come in and use you, you're going to pay on the back end too. So keep running around here being miserable, exerting all of that negative energy, life just hell for you and all of that. You got to know you're going to pay for it. Because y'all just being evil and mean. You just hate life. You hate you. You hate your mama, your churn, and all of that. Now everybody else got to suffer for it. That's why life going the way it's going for you, fat. Go within. Go within. Go to God. That's what you need to do. Go to God and go within. Now, I want to show y'all this. Girl, y'all better watch who y'all hold hands with, girl. So smart cities, you already know when they're on the way. We already talk about it over here or whatever. But now we're going to talk about how you will get caught being criminals in smart cities in 2026. Now, let's be clear. You don't even have to be in a smart city. We talked about the flock cameras on here. For y'all who don't know what the flock cameras are, the flock cameras are those little cameras you see on every corner in every major city. They little black poles, and they look like they got a black box on the end. These are radar systems. We talked about it over here. We looked them up. They're radar systems, and they can see through a radius of, don't get me to line about the mileage. They said outward. I don't know if they said up or down, but I did say that if they telling you what they can see, they're not telling you everything. So they have these flock cameras and these other things that's already watching us already today as we are. And I told y'all these flock cameras could probably look inside of your home if they can look inside of your car. Because, that's another thing we found out, that the flock cameras are recording inside y'all cars when y'all pass up and down the street. Oh, yeah. So when you riding by, drinking, smoking, and all of that, if they really want to catch you, they could. They see you. They already watching in y'all cars. So with that being said, I told y'all if they're watching in y'all cars, they damn sure watching in y'all houses. But not the hill, no there. I'm just a girl who know a little bit about radar systems. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Just a regular random chick. At any rate, now they talking about how they gonna catch y'all in 2026. Listen, he's gonna bring up the flock cameras and he's gonna bring up some other stuff. It's literally gonna be like a prison. When I tell y'all go within to escape hell, this the escaping I be talking about. But y'all ain't ready for it.
Don't believe me. People don't believe me. It's called Raven. We got Raven poles on each street in Maple. Maybe like 2 or 3 poles on each street. And if you shoot a gun, it will send us a notification to our cell phones saying somebody is shooting at this location. And we also have flock cameras. We got flock cameras. If you come if you come into the city or leave the city, it will take a picture of your car. So say like you driving in a stolen vehicle and it coming to the city, it will send us a notification to our phone. Hey, it's a red Honda Accord traveling eastbound on Libby Road. Shit, hey, we all running outside and we go hunting for that fucking Honda Accord. You know? So we got Flock and we got Raven. If you don't believe me, look it up. But y'all getting charged. Watch. Y'all want to shoot them guns? Y'all getting charged. Shit, it's cold as fuck. Let me go back inside. People don't believe.
So people who sitting up there saying, oh, they would have been did it. And that makes sense. But you got to think strategically like the enemy. It's almost like, let's say you get into it with a bitch. I'm going to give y'all an example. Say you get jumped. And I'm only using this because I want y'all to be emotionally attached to the scenario, right? Say you beefing with a bitch and y'all beef or whatever, and then say you go to the store and her and her sister's there and you get jumped. When you go back home after you get your ass whooped, because them hoes done wore you out, yeah, they did. And that's all right. Everybody, you win some, you lose some. But when you go home and you strategically plan your get back, when you finally get in front of these girls, you're not going to show all your cards. Why? Because that would go against the strategy. Why would I just show all my cards up front of what I plan to do? So meaning, if I plan to jump her back, I'm not going to pull up random. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pull up and tell her, hey, girl, I'm going to jump you today at 5. No, bitch. When I catch you outside, I'm going to just catch you outside. Now, fast forward. This is the way the enemy thinks. You didn't jump him, but still, he has been strategizing. They have been strategizing a plan to demolish you since day one. And they're not going to give you all their cards. They're not going to call you Black America and say, hey, Black America, at 5 o'clock, I'm letting y'all know we going to tear y'all bitches up. No, they trying to do a sneak attack. So what do? Post these flock cameras and all this stuff up on these corners. And for the most part, we seen them for years and had no clue what they were. Why? Subconsciously, they want you to be familiar with them. They don't want to jump out the window and put the cameras up and start locking niggas up. Y'all might lose your mind. So what do? Put them on the corners. The next thing you know, you start seeing them more and more. You don't even realize you're seeing them. So much though you seeing them and you don't even realize you're seeing them. Why? You don't even recognize them. It's just a normal fixation. It's like, oh, it's a light pole and it's the flock camera. It literally is like that subconsciously. But you're comfortable with it now. Now they roll out what they plan to do, or I'm sorry, what it is. Last year they rolled out and told you exactly what those flock cameras are. Oh, and by the way, yeah, they're flock cameras. We can look in your cars. Yeah, we can take pictures of it. Yeah, by the way, strategy, right? Now they need to get you comfortable because this level of slavery, they're not going to lock you up. You're going to walk into it. Are y'all ready? Are y'all listening? This next level of slavery is not going to be like the movie Roots. They're not going to have to lock you up. You're going to voluntarily walk into it. So if you're going to voluntarily walk into it, they can't ambush you. They have to slow stroke you. You get it? Like a pimp with his hoe. You got to talk to a nice, like, you know. So they slow stroking you. So now you know that they're flock cameras. Now that we know that they're watching us, okay, cool. Now they come back with more information and say, oh, and by the way, yeah, we're going to start locking you niggas up. They're only telling you, so when they do it, they're absolved. They have to tell you what they're going to do. They do it through Hollywood. They do it through the internet. They've been doing this since the beginning of time. It kind of helps on their little karma a little bit. They have to tell you exactly what they're going to do. So now, slowly but surely, they slow stroking you. And now we know these flock cameras going to start locking you niggas up. It just is what it is. But this is the Satan system or the hell that I speak about when I tell y'all to go meditate and ground. Now, most of y'all going to feel like, oh, how is that going to equate to that? Just do it. I ain't got time to tongue wrestle with you about it today. Do your research. But I promise you, if you don't, you are going to voluntarily walk your ass right into slavery. Watch. Mark my word. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. Because it's real. It really is real. And I hate that, but, you know, it sucks. The freedom is going to start within. How the old saying say, the revolution will not be televised. That's because it's going to happen in here. Individually. And then individually, once this starts to happen, then we start to connect. And then boom, you get it? That's why they say the revolution will not be televised, because it's going to be an internal journey. You get it? Spiritual warfare. All right, let's move on, y'all. Y'all like the video, please, and thank you. Like the video, and keep your head on the swivel, child. Because them people want y'all arrested. Prison! That's what they're trying to do. Did y'all see this? Girl, y'all keep running. Let Hollywood tell y'all Nigeria this. Nigeria that, girl. Nigeria is a third world country. When the boy Anthony Joshua, they said he couldn't even get the police or the ambulance because as soon as he wrecked, they were so busy trying to steal his phone. Oh yes, honey. See, y'all are listening to the internet and y'all are listening to the TV. Y'all have seen on this movie the way that these movies, the way they romanticize Africa, and I think Africa is a beautiful country. I'm not saying that about the whole of Africa. But what I'm saying is the part that they fantasize to us, y'all not realizing is a trap. It's a trap. Ever since Anthony Joshua, but one thing about the ancestors, they're going to tell us what everything we need to know. One thing about the ancestors, they're not going to let us go without knowing. Ever since Anthony Joshua had that accident, it has been exposed like 90 going west how bad off it is in Nigeria. But you let the Nigerians here tell it, they royalty. You let the ones here tell it, they this, that, and the third. Let me show you what they leave back in their hometown. And this is why I always say to people, this is why I always say to the foreigners who come to America and get so gung-ho about America, why don't you go home and help the people at home? And the more I ask myself, I start to realize it's because you don't give a damn about your home or the people. You just use the names and the flags of your homes as shields to go against us here so that you can other yourself so that it benefits you. But you don't give a damn about your people. You don't give a damn about your land. The most you care about them people, or the most you show about the people at home, is when you put your flag up for whatever Caribbean Day or African Day parade. Y'all don't give a damn. And this is why I tell foreigners, black foreigners, to go home, Roger. We didn't ask y'all to come and help us do nothing. Matter of fact, we don't need y'all to help us to come and do nothing. Y'all niggas need to be going back home. But y'all refuse to do that because y'all don't even like your homes. You only come to America to tell us that so that it can benefit you. But the fact of the matter is, you niggas don't even like home. Hold on, I found another video. Look.
One of you to go
Even
there.
tomorrow, I don't want to use the airline. I need my luggage.
Huh? But why will you guys move somebody's luggage when the
On
person
that
is
road,
still
now
here?
my luggage is probably down there. People should say something, though, because they are all of them good tonight.
You know why? These are our flight or fly. Now that Anambra people wake up. Now these are our flight that use carry go. Yes, now because now they come from us. Now some about this thing they use airport.
This is the airport. And again, I don't know if this is the major airport. This could be a small airport. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is we don't live like this. We have allowed the internet and the enemy to romanticize a place. And the more you see it, you start to understand why they all running over here. Not everybody, because I know that there are beautiful places in Africa. I'm talking about these Western societies and these other parts of Africa who just have this knack and this love and this thing for America as if their homes is doing better. This is why I turn my nose up. Yes, I turn my nose up at foreign blacks who come over here and act as if they better than us. You're not. You didn't come from a stock that ain't better than us. When I told y'all we taught everybody in the world how to bathe, wash their ass, eat, shit, sleep, all of that, know it. It's evident when you see it. Civilization came from Black America right here. That sounds so asinine to most of us because we come from a mind frame of us being African slaves off a boat. But the fact of the matter is that's polar opposite. The reason them clears came to America is because they came to a land already established and already up and running and already civilized. This is why they all coming over here. Every single one of them, the clears and the black foreigners alike. Every single one of them. They trick you into thinking you came from there so that mentally you can live there. As long as mentally you live there, they get to occupy your physical home here. You wonder why they come to America and these people teach their children that they no longer Africans, that they're now Americans? I'm not gonna lie. If I came from a place like this, I teach that to my child too. I wouldn't want my child to know nothing of a place like this. But what I'm telling you, Black America, is you got to get smarter. The only reason this game has been going as long as it's been going is because of your ignorance. Stop following people. Do some research. Take 5 or 10 minutes out of every day and go look up something that's going to help you. It ain't going to kill you. It's everybody in the world. I told you it's one big joke and everybody in the world is in on it except Black America. The only reason is because we are ignorant to the game. We don't even know it's a joke going on. This is no shade to the foreign Blacks. And I love the foreign Blacks that's in America, especially the ones that are contributing and are not tethering. But I really feel like the ones who come here and completely create a new identity, y'all are trying to destiny swap. And if you are really genuine, about who you are and where you come from, if you really love the land that you come from, you would help the people where you from. You would help the land where you come from. Even in America, when our Black Americans make it, what we do, go back home. Even if it's building a gym, we go home. Y'all need to go back home and help home. I've been to many islands. The people despise y'all that come to Africa because y'all completely leave them behind and y'all come over here with the flag on your back, but y'all don't do nothing for the people at home. There's people in each and every one of these places that need every single foreigner here in America. And every single foreigner here in America is turning their backs on them so they can reap the American dream. I told you the dream that goes for everybody except you. What I'm telling the foreign Blacks is, if you really genuinely care about your home, you would help home. We don't need your help. Go home and help home. I'm not saying go move there, but take these resources and at least go help the people at home. Other than that, you capping, you cosplaying, and you full of shit. In Black America, y'all need to start calling these motherfuckers out. All it is, oh no, nigga, I'm Nigerian. You niggas hate Africa. See when Tariq Nasheed be saying that shit, that y'all hate Africa more than us, it shows. Not from the people who live there, but from the people who left. Child, let's move on. Black America, you got to get smarter. It ain't for everybody else that once you get smarter, all this shit goes away. It's up to Black America to get more intelligent on what is happening. It is up to you. It ain't up to them. It ain't up to no white folks. It ain't up to no Hispanics. It's up to you. Everybody playing on your ignorance. Everybody, even some of your own people. You got to get smarter. There's no excuse in 2025. Everything you need right here. You got to get smarter. Stop listening to people. Don't even listen to me. Do your own research. Damn. Y'all can sit online and drag for Claressa Shields. Take 5 minutes out of that. Take 5 minutes out of the 50 Cent beef and go do some research that's going to help you. Because I promise you, once your eyes open, they can't play with you like that no more. You see what I'm saying? They only playing with you like that, Black America, because you walking around like Ray Charles. That's the only reason you getting played with. Because we sleepwalking. Open your eyes, niggas. Let me get my wake up thing. Open your eyes, niggas. The only reason they playing with you is because you sleepwalking. Wake up.
Wake up!
Please. Wake up.
And that's a fact. Y'all gotta wake up. Other than that, you're gonna keep getting played. I want to move on. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all. Y'all be careful. Stay out of Africa. You at home. You on sacred land right now where you at. You are at home. Keep running over there, running by them people. Y'all gonna see. The ancestors been telling y'all. The Most High been telling y'all. Keep running over there by them people. Y'all gonna see. Speaking of, let's get on Jamal Bryant duck ass. Let's get on him. No. Because I want to hone in on him right quick. Let's get on Cardi. So Cardi B is planning to sue Grok in Twitter Because people is going around saying that her father was a PDF file or a rapist or something like that. I don't freaking know. A rapist. We can say the word. I'm tired of over here using my posture and my language. Scared of this, scared of that. Her daddy was accused of rape. Said what I said. It feels so good to say it, girl. I'm so tired of y'all. But then you can't say sexual assault. You got to say sexual assault. Shit. I'm tired. Bitch, I'm tired of bridling my tongue. Girl, I'm tired, girl. My nerves getting bad. Now I'm trying to live. Now let's get into Barty. So I don't know who put this rumor out that her daddy was a sexual assaulter or whatever, but she didn't too particularly like it. Now, when the rumor went out on Twitter, apparently Grok confirmed it. Now, let's be real about Grok. Grok is the AI system for Twitter for people who don't know what Grok is. And you're supposed to ask Grok, and Grok's supposed to go around Twitter. And when people make false statements, Grok is supposed to come in and verify. Also, if Grok hasn't verified anything, you're supposed to ask Grok, and then Grok will give you the truth. That's the premise of Grok. So when the people started talking about Cardi's dad, Grok confirmed it. And when Grok confirmed it, Cardi lost her marbles. Let's get into it. It says Cardi B is making it clear she's not playing when it comes to her family. The rapper responded to a screenshot circulating online, allegedly generated by AI X tool Grok, that claimed her father was convicted of attempted rape in 1993 and served 5 years for the alleged crime. Shutting down the rumor, Cardi wrote, "My dad never been arrested in this country." Oh, key words. Words are powerful. In this country. "My dad is an immigrant from the Dominican Republic. He would be deported if he committed such a disgusting crime." She continued, "I don't know why y'all like playing these games just for you to be fake mad when I post who got the real mugshots, real evidence, and real cases for rape. Stop playing with me and my family and leave me the F alone before I start some today." In a follow-up post, Cardi B doubled down, writing, "I seen y'all trying to spread that yesterday, all day yesterday. Y'all know I don't play about my family. Now, when I start suing people, then what? What type of deranged people like to play around with rape? I forgot that whole crew over there got a kink for that. Just effing weirdos." So, okay, y'all, let's get into it. So Cardi is upset. She feels some type of way. Now, this is what let me say this too. Grok is racist. It was created to be racist. When you go to put X, I try to use the AI tool a lot. And when I do use it and I ask for stuff specifically to Black Americans, it will give me everything but it. It's extremely racist. If I say Black Americans, well, I'll rephrase it. Anything pertaining to Black Americans and excellence, I have to damn near trick Grok to give me the image that I look for. It's racist. The people who created it inherently made it racist. Okay. Now, Grok, on top of being racist, be inaccurate too. And if y'all, this is why I tell y'all, stop believing everything you see on the internet. Stop believing just because an AI machine told you it was, because they are flawed as well. All machines are flawed. None of this stuff is ironclad. All machines are flawed. Okay. They all have a flaw system. But Cardi getting at Grok is rightfully so, because you're positing yourself to the people as if I'm the source. Come to me and I'm going to tell you the real. And if Grok is going around saying that her dad was arrested, then it's giving, girl, you need to sue Grok. Now, let me say this. A lot of people feel like, well, can you sue AI? Yes, because it is owned by somebody. Yes, somebody owns everything. There's somebody behind everything. Yes. See, when we so far at the bottom, we can't see that high up. It's kind of like looking at a 20-foot tall tree. You can't see the branches at the top. But you know what? You don't have to see the branches at the top. If you pay attention to the bark of the tree, you can see the roots growing to the bottom. You get it? Sometimes you don't have to see everything with these two eyes. Sometimes you can see them if you just pay attention. Okay? So with that being said, at the bottom of the barrel, we don't see that there's somebody behind everybody. So yes, there's somebody she can sue. Whoever is running Grok, that's who she can sue. So that, what is it, Elon? Does he own Grok? I know he on Twitter. I don't know how the legalities of that work. But yeah, she can sue Twitter and Grok. So it says, Grok says Cardi B's father, Carlos Almanez, was convicted of an attempted rape in 1993 per Nassau County records. He served 5 years. The charge is real, not a fake accusation to smear Cardi B. It says, check the court docs. Public records don't lie. This is what Grok said. Okay? So somebody posted and it says, everyone's favorite go-to source information, Grok, claims Cardi B's father is a sex offender. Check the court docs. Public records don't lie. And it was quoting what Grok said. And then Cardi responded and says, first things first, my dad has never been arrested in this country. My dad is an immigrant from the Dominican Republic. He would be deported if he committed such a disgusting crime. I know why y'all keep playing these games just for you to be fake mad when I post who got those real mugshots, real evidence, and real cases for rape. Stop playing with me and my family and leave me the F alone before I start some today. So Cardi basically responded and threatened to sue Grok. Hold on. Girl, Lord. So Cardi basically threatened to sue Grok. I'm not going to lie. If it is false, she would have every leg to stand on because people are taking Grok as a main source. Do not take any of this AI as a main source. You have to see, I learned this in college when I was doing research when I was doing statistics and data and research and psychology and all that stuff. You have to research the research. This is what makes statistics and data. All it is an evolution of time, researching the research. So even if you see something on Twitter, Instagram, Grok, whatever, if you truly want to find the real answer to something, you have to find what we call references, something to verify what it is you are reading. Now, there are many things that's going to verify everything that you read. So you have to go into these things unbiased. However, when you are on the search for the truth will show itself. AI is problematic. Grok is even more problematic because most people who get on Twitter look at Grok as if it is a main source. They treat it like the Bible, like niggas treat the Bible, as if there could be no lies in there. But I don't want to get y'all mad though. I don't want to upset a lot of y'all, just some of y'all. Hello. Stop me when I start lying. But y'all getting to treat AI like some old folks treat the Bible as if there's no lies in there. And that's a problem. That's the problem. You can't look at nothing as pure facts. If you look at any source, I don't care what it is. If you look at any one source, except God, but if you look at any one source as pure fact, you have already failed and you have already fallen into the witchcraft. So she would have every right to sue Grok and Elon if this is true. Now, this would be a catch-22 or the gag. Let's say your daddy really was arrested for rape, bitch, and you ain't know about it. I'm just saying, what if? I'm a what if type of bitch. What if Cardi B did all of this windmilling and came on this internet all for us to find that your daddy was a rapist? Because let's be clear, people who get in the internet, they choose you selectively, and they typically choose victims of rape and sexual assault. All types of traumatic children. That's the industry love y'all. They do. No shade. The industry hand selects people who have unhealed childhood trauma. This is why Nicki made it so fast. This is why 50 made it. If you go back to all of your faves, they come from some level of childhood trauma, whether they want to tell you or not. The industry love these people. So with that being said, what if, I'm just saying, I don't know if it's true, Cardi, because I know you like to sue a bitch. So I'm not saying it's true. But what if it's true? And maybe you don't remember it. It's possible. Who knows? But Grok stood 10 toes and said your daddy be raping people. I'm sorry, used to rape people in the 90s. I don't know what's going on, child. All I know is keep your head on the swivel. Cardi B, you got too much work to do, bitch. You just had a baby. Your man on the way to prison. Girl, your other old man in the bed with another bitch. Girl, your husband in the bed with another bitch. Your baby daddy on his way to prison for passing out pink powder and getting in between booties and all of that. Girl, you got a lot going on. You got 4 churn. They don't hardly know you. Girl, you ain't got time to be suing nobody. Chill. For them people go to really digging in your daddy business and you start finding out some stuff you ain't want to know. Now check that. Okay. Let's move on, girl. Nah. Because see, you got to be careful. You got to be very careful. You got to be careful. Because see, you get the windmill and my mama ain't never. My mama ain't never. The devil is a lie, bitch. Your mama was a slut from the 70s. Oh, yes. And everybody knew it. That's all right. Mama got to have her day. That's all right. I wouldn't be mad if I found out my mama was a hoe. I would only be mad if she was selling it. But I wouldn't be mad if my mama had a whole phase. I wouldn't. It's life. We all got to go through it, girl. Who am I? You feel what I'm saying? Everybody got to go through their little phase. I wouldn't be mad. Just don't sell it on the corner because that's just unethical. Sell it behind closed doors, not on the corner. That's unethical. Let's move on. Jamal Bryant. Let's get into his ugly ass. Jamal Bryant. So, do y'all recall Jamal Bryant coming on here telling us that he raised, how much money he said he raised for the United Negro College Fund? Let me get him on here. Matter of fact, before we get to that, I want to get to the pastor who cussed him out. So, because I want to get to the UNCF after that. Let me say this. Pastor Jamal Bryant has been under fire because of the dress that his wife wore. Do I need to pull up the dress? You'll see it on the video. And the dress, like I said, was nude presenting. It gave the illusion of her being nude. Was the lady nude? No, she was not. But dresses with a bodice that has a nude undertone, it is supposed to give the illusion. So you do a double take and say, OMG, is she naked? But when you do the second take, you be like, nah, she not naked. It's just nude presenting. Either way, it is to trick the mind into having a inappropriate thought about your body. I'm a woman. I wear a lot of see-through nude. I done did it all, girl. Done it all, girl. Done it all. So I get it. When I go and I buy my outfit and I ever bought anything that was nude presenting, it was because I wanted people to do a double take and think it was my ass. Girl, let's be real. Okay, so Pastor Jamal Bryant gets backlash because his wife comes out in a nude presenting dress and the people are kind of split. And the reason they're split is because the church is full of shit. Let's start there first. This is the same church that held Eddie Long's back when them boys were saying that he was over there doing stuff to him. This the same church, or at least they descended. So the church is full of shit within itself. However, I told you guys before that it is not about Jamal Bryant and being a husband to his wife. That is a personal situation. When Pastor Jamal Bryant, and I use that word pastor loosely, when he elected to become a pastor, he decided to take on a role that would give him different advantages, but it would also cost him different. Too much is given, much is required. Nobody made Jamal Bryant go be a pastor of a mega church. However, when he decided to take on that role, he has to embody the role itself, meaning all the things that go with it, he must abide by. Mannerisms in church, not sleeping with everybody around the church. It's so many rules and things that he should have been following, but the church over there, whatever church it is, they just love a bunch of bullshit. That's why God said when he come back, he going to start in the church. I can't wait. I hate the church. I've hated it from a little bitty girl. The only thing good I've ever seen come out of the church was the choir. Everything else, I've always hated it. Anyway, so in said system, because Jamal Bryant and his elected wife decided to be the first lady and pastor, they have rules and bylaws and standards and things of that nature that they have to abide by, because so much streets is in the church now. Remind you, he got y'all in there okay with him selling weed out the backyard. But because it's so much street shit at the church now, you got street people trying to talk for the church and make church decisions. And this is the worst part. I would say that I'm a street person because I don't do the church, but I feel like I know more about the church than the motherfuckers sitting in there because I'm of confusion. How is it that we even over here windmilling on each other? This is the pastor and the first lady. We should not be thinking of her in the nude. We should not look at her and be aroused in any way, shape, or form. If he wanted a slut, cool. Dress the bitch up at church and let her slut it out around your crib. But having her flossed all around the church is wrong. And I told y'all, fish rot from the head down. Shit rolls downhill. So if the pastor and the first lady is out here like this, then what the fuck do you think going on inside the church? You can't have your cake and eat it too. If she wanted to go out and and wear nude dresses, fine. Don't be a first lady. If Pastor Jamal Bryant wanted to buy his wife a nude dress, fine. Don't be a pastor. Or if you're going to buy it, wear it on a simple date with just you and her by yourself with no paparazzi. Why is you flossing her to the world to see? But we all know he got that whole spirit on him. I'm talking about Jamal Bryant. Anyways, I want to get into this pastor. This is an old school pastor. I like him. He basically gonna drag Jamal and his wife. And I looked at her closer in her face. She looks very old in the face. Very, very, very old. That light skin is cracking on her real bad. She's starting to age, no shade. She's starting to age like them Creoles in New Orleans. They be beautiful at 19, 20, 21. See, about 30, 35, them hoes turn into a shriveled up prune. No shade. I love them down to the ground. Some of them in my family. But I had to say that part. They age real bad, like sparrow milk. I think it's the white boy coming out of them. Anyways, I looked at her. She looks real rough in the face when you get close. At any rate, let's get into this pastor and what he had to say. His name is Bishop Patrick Wooden from the Upper Room Church in Church of God in Christ in Raleigh, North Carolina. Go ahead on, Pastor.
A preacher presented his wife the other day, and I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher, when he defended her dress, by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two. At least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress.
Let me pause right here, because when I went to the comments, I saw a lot of people like, oh, he lost me right there, calling her a $2 hoe. Get out your feelings. If you get out your feelings and listen to what he's saying, he never called her a $2 hoe. What he said was her husband is presenting her, okay, as a $2 hoe. Now, y'all may not feel that because we in the age of society where everybody naked all the time. But the fact of the matter is there is a level of decorum that should be in the pulpit. And for that level of decorum, yes, she will be compared to a $2 hoe. For the level of decorum that is required behind the pulpit. But again, people are so ready to be triggered, so ready to be mad that all they hear was $2 hoe. Oh, see, that's where he lost me. But I'm going to let him finish cooking because he really about to go in. Check him out.
Those are his words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere and I come back with that kind of a notion. Now I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This is coming about my wife. My wife wouldn't have done it, no matter what I say. She just would have said, honey, I wear this for you. I wear this for you at home when we know the grandkids aren't coming. Because there is such a thing as decency. Decency. Y'all don't like me.
I like it.
But in public, at an event where everyone will see, I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him.
Now, let me pause because this is where he about to really start cooking. I want to talk to Black American women. The internet and the media make us believe that a man who loves us want us shown off naked. And that's not the truth. I'm going to be the first Black woman to get on here and tell y'all, a Black man who loves you don't want all these men objectifying you. I know the internet got Black American women feeling like, oh, he must be insecure, or oh, he must be that. No. A man who loves a woman wants to protect her. He don't want her in harm's way. He don't want her to have to feel harassed when he's out or she's out and about. Okay? So a man who really and truly loves you, when he says, babe, I don't know about that, it's not because he want to control you, probably because he foresees a danger that you don't. Now, I get it in 2025, that is asinine, and it's, oh my God, voodoo, you don't know what you're talking about. But I'm telling you now, a man who truly loves you don't want your goods out for everybody to see. He doesn't. Certain things are sacred in a relationship. There has to be a level of anonymity. Everything ain't for everybody. We've gotten so used to this women pride crap, feminist bullshit, to where it has blurred lines to where we have no value systems. A man who truly loves you don't want you naked. He don't want all these men looking up your ass. Because then you are no longer sacred to him. You have no value to him. Everybody have access to you now. But again, they gonna call me a pygmisha for telling them the truth. But it's the God's honest truth. A nigga who love you want to protect you. He don't want to throw you in the lion's den. So I like that this pastor is now addressing Jamal Bryant head on, because see, this is what Jamal did. Jamal is sitting in front of a congregation full of mostly women. So that means automatically he has the upper hand as a man. On top of that, status-wise, Jamal Bryant is the pastor of a church. That gives him an automatic huge upper hand over everybody in that church. So when he got on that pulpit and he said, yeah, y'all ain't never been nowhere, y'all ain't never seen nothing, I bought the dress. That was to shut the women up, because after he say that, there's nothing else you can say until a real man steps in the building. Because see, a real man is going to recognize, oh, so you want to take accountability for it? Cool. Now, let me chastise you as a man. Watch the pastor cook. I love him.
But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs. Yeah, see, so a preacher presented his wife the other day, and I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher, when he defended her dress, by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two, at least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him.
And that's the part. When he got on the pulpit and said, I bought the dress. Fine. A man who's on your level, at your status, at your level, is going to check you and say, I wouldn't have put my wife in a dress that make her look like a $2 hoe. He didn't call her a $2 hoe, even though the rumors dictate she was a hoe. Let's call a thing a thing. Because see, y'all bitches get to act like hoes don't exist when they get a new status. And I'm not going to let y'all do it. A hoe is a hoe is a hoe. Bitch, ho, ho, ho. At the end of the day, prior to her becoming Mrs. Jamal Bryant, the word on the street was that hoe was a hoe. So if he did call her a $2 hoe, maybe he should put former in front of it. But either way, he'd be right on. He'd be right on time. Y'all got to stop doing that because these people get with people y'all like. Y'all got to act like their wholeness gets deleted. Oh, no, Drea, we're not going to let y'all do it. So when he's addressing Jamal saying, since you presented her like that, let me address you, he's absolutely right. You bought the dress. Now you got your wife looking out here like a $2 hoe. It may not seem to you, Miss Black, Mr. and Mrs. Backslider, because you just there at church just to say you was there anyway. You ain't getting no word. God ain't in there helping you, bitch. Most of y'all hoes going down there to these mega churches to perform anyway, to put your clothes on so you can sit up front, so you can seem like you got more money, so you can seem like you this, that, and the third. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. The pastor ain't shit. And everybody sitting next to you hollering, neighbor, you ain't shit neither. Say what I said. And I don't mean everybody, because they got some pure-hearted people in the church. But what I'm telling y'all is y'all wouldn't be able to see it because y'all done put too much, y'all done drag so much riffraff in there. Now the church is one big blur.
I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere and I come back with that kind of a notion. Now I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This is a comment about my wife. My wife wouldn't have done it, no matter what I say. She just would have said, honey, I'll wear this for you.
And I think that that's appropriate. Like I said, because you got to keep in mind, the wife also understands that it's her status on the line. If people lose the level of respect for you, then it kind of defeats the purpose of your whole thing. The fact of the matter is this: Jamal Bryant is only being able to do what he's been able to do because he's been able to play with them people at that church. That's the only reason, but he went viral this time and it ain't going to work out in his favor. Now, one thing he mentioned was, hold on, let me get it up here. One thing this fool mentioned, let me get him on here, was the United Negro College Fund. He was so busy trying to deflect off the fact that his wife was called a $2 hoe and looked at as if she was one. He was so busy trying to deflect from that he didn't realize that he was leading us into a place where I was going to go get all the details. So Jamal Bryant did his sermon, and in the midst of addressing the people who addressed his wife, he brought up the United Negro College Fund. I hadn't heard that term since the 90s. So I said, girl, what? Now he wants us to just care about the fact that he raised $4 million for the UNCF. Let me let him tell you.
On. Because the other day, the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed.
We don't care about all that. I just wanted you to say that part. So he brought up that we never mentioned the $4 million brought up for the United Negro College Fund. Now, see, me and knowing the person that I am, being the person that I am, I understand that all of our resources are being redirected to foreigners. If you don't know that, welcome to the party. You're late. Black Americans, all of our resources has been funneled out of us and into every single foreigner and clear on the face of this earth. So everything, just because it says black, just because it says African American, just because it says Negro, don't mean nothing. Basically, if you see them words nowadays, you might want to look into it to see where the money going. So when he brought up bringing up buying or raising $4 million for the UNCF, it made me think of the fact that he was telling them people he wanted to sell weed out the backyard and get 13 and 14-year-old boys learn how to grow it. So that means he was going to recruit their kids. Then he told them to let the weed man sit next to him at the church because they got to accept the weed smell. Then he turned around and had his wife out there like a $2 hoe. Then he get deflecting about this $4 million that he raised for the UNCF. And I started saying he's very left-wing leaning. And we all know everybody on the left cares about everybody except niggas. Now, I don't care if you left or right. I ain't none of them. I think all y'all crazy. I'm going to be honest. If you on the left or the right, you're wrong, in my opinion. However, if I'm being unbiased and I'm taking myself out of it, the left side, the Democrats, is pro-immigration. They pro everybody and anti-nigger. So seeing that he was so pro-left leaning, I knew that if his hands is in something, then there's got to be some old bullshit to it. Mind you, he the one got y'all boycotting Target. Y'all still don't even know why. For DEI. And DEI wasn't even for you. Duck, duck, goose. He got y'all using y'all energy, boycotting your money to help immigrants and trans people. But I ain't going to go there. Because y'all love a good emotional roller coaster. Black America love being mad and sad about something. So y'all just waiting to get on the doggone bandwagon. So there you go. All that targeting, boycotting y'all doing ain't helping nobody but the immigrants. You won't see nothing from it. Black America. But keep boycotting though. Now, once I realized he was so left-wing leaning, I knew he was on some bullshit. So I went to go pull up the United Negro College Fund because I had a few questions. I hadn't heard about it since the 90s. And then furthermore, I hadn't heard a black person tell me they got a scholarship from the United Negro College Fund in years. I hadn't seen it on the internet. I hadn't seen it no way. So I started my spidey senses started tingling. And I said, well, girl, go look up the United Negro College Fund and see what they doing around there. And so I did. So what I found was, number one, the United Negro College Fund says that it targets Black Americans or African Americans. We know what this is for. This system was created to specifically target African Americans. It is supposed to be a scholarship system to help us get into school. That's what it was made for, not for the immigrants, not for the Africans, not for the Mexicans, not for the $5 footlongs. Just like our Freedmen's Bank, this was created FUBU, for us and by us, solely and strictly. I told y'all in the 1950s and 60s, during the last era of the Jim Crow civil rights movement, is when we put the icing on the cake, we lit that candle, and we specifically gave away all of the rest of our economic power and rights. Yes, Martin Luther King marched us all the way up to the mountaintop, had us holding hands with the clears, and we gave away all of our economic freedom, rights, and power. Yes, yes, yes. Go look up the research yourself. Ever since then, all of our stuff that was specifically named for us have been siphoned and shipped and sent to everywhere else. Everybody else come here and get all our scholarships, and we don't know it, because all we know is we're going to keep raising money and we're going to keep going for this thing that we believe is what it is, and it is not. So when Jamal Bryant is over there raising money for the UNCF, and I don't see us getting the money, now I want to know who getting the money. And as sure as I got a nose on my face, I find that the United Negro College Fund gives multiple scholarships, many millions of dollars in scholarships to immigrants every fucking year. But when you ask them how many students receive scholarships, oh, we don't have that written down nowhere else. What does that tell you? Let's get into it. Here is from uncf.org. And I wanted to see, how are you qualified for this program? And we spoke about this before. It says eligible students or scholars must be majoring in business or engineering disciplines and must enroll in full-time or as juniors for 2025-2026 academic year at one of the following. So it's telling them the eligibility for this particular scholarship. And here are the requirements. Be a U.S. citizen, national or lawful permanent resident. I told y'all, every time you see terms that are all encompassing, meaning everybody, that means everybody except you. Now hold on, because when I went and pulled up, is this the same, what you call them? Remember, the United Negro College Fund was originally created. Oh, this is for STEM, but it was originally created for Black Americans, because I went to another article on the same page, and it'll tell you to qualify for STEM, you have to be African American, be a legal citizen, legal permanent resident, or national of the United States. Now, listen, this is an and or. This isn't one of. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry. This isn't an and or. This is two different requirements. So one, you can be African American, or other, you can be a national citizen or national. So I mean, DJ Academics could go get a scholarship from the United Negro College Fund. Akon can go get a scholarship from the United Negro College Fund. A white person can go get a scholarship from the United Negro College Fund, as long as they fall under being a citizen, legal permanent resident, or a national of the United States. Now, remind you, this is the same people giving you two different requirements. For the STEM program, they say be African American or be a national citizen. But for this one, which one is this one for the UNCF? Target Scholarship Programs Overview. Now this one is giving $10 million in scholarships to nearly 1,000 students attending HBCUs. And let's be clear, HBCUs ain't all Black no more. I told y'all them foreigners that go to HBCUs be there for free on scholarships. We already talked about it. But in this one, all you have to do is be a citizen. This is what I'm telling you guys. Jamal Bryant is over there on one hand telling us, I raised this amount of money. Y'all don't know nobody who did this. And y'all not even realize that he raising money for everybody except you. Them food drives they be having y'all send y'all money and y'all food down to for Thanksgiving and Christmas. They feeding the foreigners. They was doing it during the doggone elections. Jamal Bryant is a damn Judas. Judas, using Black Americans to help and aid the rest of the people. He is an enemy to Black American people. But he's hiding behind that pulpit and that suit. And that's the only way he's capable of doing what he's doing, because he has a great way of hiding in plain sight. We've been being played, bro. We've been getting played. They won't tell us how many scholarships they're giving to immigrants, but they will tell us they're giving immigrant scholarships. I employ Black America today. Ask another Black American child in or around college age if they have heard of anybody getting scholarships to the United Negro College Fund. And I'm going to tell you, I've been looking. I haven't heard it. So then who's getting all the scholarships? Jamal Bryant is the devil, man. That nigga is the devil. And I told y'all that when I found out he came up under Eddie Long. That nigga is the devil. He's stealing from us to give to them. Allegedly. Allegedly. He's stealing. I believe, I'll say it like that. I am of the belief that Pastor Jamal Bryant has been stealing energy. I believe that he's been stealing money. I believe that he has been stealing resources. I believe that he has been stealing the essence and everything, siphoning everything out of these black people in that church, and they just don't even know it. But they, you know what? They're getting what they deserve because they over there running behind the pastor anyway, praising him more than they praising God. Let's move on. Do your research. Find out about the United Negro College Fund. I don't care who on here. Somebody, please. Do the research. Watch when we pull that shit up. And I'm going to have to do it myself. But watch when we pull that shit up. We're going to find out all our UNCF money been going to all the immigrants. And we've been getting 1, maybe scholarship here, 2, maybe scholarship there. Watch. If it was a snake, it would have bit us. We got to be more vigilant than that. I want to get really quickly on Finesse 2tymes and his mama. I seen a lot of people when I put them in the chat. I saw people like, oh my God, he said he don't believe in God. So what are we to do with that? Should we not ever listen to a person because they say they don't believe in God? Newsflash. Most of y'all celebrities who be up there saying, thank God, don't believe in God. Who gives a damn? Hell, it was a time I was down and out on my luck a few years ago. I wrote in my diary, I didn't believe in God. I had to go back and repent on that shit. I did. I had to go on my knees before God and repent because I had went back and read an old diary. I came on the channel and showed y'all. I had an old diary, and I'm only teaching y'all this to teach y'all grace because we all deserve it. You see what I'm saying? I had a whole diary that I had to go back and read where I literally wrote it down that my life was going so bad that God can't exist. I wrote that shit down. I had to go put myself before God outside, doggone girl crying in my yard. Like, God, please forgive me. It happens, man. It happens. Now, I don't know if that's his case. I don't even know if he believes in God or not. That's between him and the God he served. But the point I'm making is stop letting little things like that trigger you emotionally to where it shuts you down. Because if you do that, you are going to miss a lot of wisdom. It's very prevalent on the internet to say, since I don't like you, I'm never going to listen to nothing you say. The old saying is a broken clock is right at least twice a day. So if you never look at it, you'll never know the time. So I'm saying all that to say, even if you disagree or feel some type of way about him saying that, that's cool. But to completely shut somebody off because they don't think like you or believe like you is the most ignorant thing you can ever do. And I'm talking about not just black people, white people, period. Because there's so much that we can learn from this earth today. If you shut your mind down, you ain't going to learn shit. You're going to be on a hamster wheel. Okay? So I get it. I saw the video. It made me cringe. I was just like, oh yeah, hell no. Okay. But ultimately, when he got something to say that I feel like y'all can hear, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to definitely bring it back to y'all. So Finesse 2tymes does an interview, and on said interview, he was asked about his relationship with his mama. Now, I don't even care about Finesse. But it was the story behind this relationship that touched me because I can identify a little bit with it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can. So what Finesse was talking about was he said that his mama had him at 15. Well, they asked him about the relationship with his mama. He said his mama had him at 15. So that means when he was 15, his mama was turning 30. That literally means he was raised with his mama. They were raised together. That also means they did not have the average normal mother and son dynamic. Okay. And it would make sense because I know I had you, but I socialized with you as my friend or as my sibling because in my immature mind, that's all I know how to do. Okay. So boom. He speaks about how people were on the internet, and I ain't gonna lie, I even was like, dang, the way he doing his mama. But this is why you got to be careful and watch and pay attention to people's story before you judge. He's gonna talk about the strained relationship between him and his mama. Pay attention to some of the stuff he said. I can't relate to all of it, but some of it I damn sure can. And this is a very this is a very common relationship between mothers and their children, especially their girls. But this is a common relationship between mothers and their children, especially in the 80s and the 90s. And this is a generational curse that we absolutely have to break, y'all. Check him out.
Me and my mama is like brothers and sisters because we grew up together. My mama had me when she was 16. So by the time I was 15, 16, she was 30. It's what I be trying to tell my younger brother, and my people don't understand that me and mama have a totally different relationship than y'all. Because by the time y'all was old enough to realize she was maturing. So she wasn't kicking y'all out the house. Y'all wasn't getting no, nigga, my man eat first. Y'all wasn't getting that. So they don't understand how what's in my mind.
Remember I told y'all about Toya brother Walter and Keisha Cole's sister Neffy, and I told y'all about the oldest child syndrome. I told y'all the oldest child always experience and see way more than any other child. And I'm the middle child, so I'm speaking from just an observation point. The oldest child knows the most. They've seen the most. They've experienced the most. They typically have a vastly different experience in the same household as the rest of the siblings. The other child that gets a vastly different experience is the last child. The first child and the last child typically have vastly different experiences under the same household. Why? Because if you older, you get the most ignorant, the most rare form of your parents. Whereas if you younger, you get the more mature, more polished form of your parents. So when he said him and his mama was like they grew up together and she would do stuff like let her niggas eat before. Now, my mama never did that. I ain't gonna lie. But when he said, oh, my niggas, she would make the children eat after her men, that was very common in Black American households. Extremely common. So common that in 2025, we were still having debates on who eats first. If I'm lying, stop me. We were still having debates in 2025 on who get a plate first, the husband or the kid, because that was a real mindset. Psychologically, we're not paying attention to what that does or can do to a child. But again, because remember, we doing this with niggas that ain't our children's fathers. We doing this with random niggas off the streets. I'm going to be real. I've never done it. But I'm putting myself in it because I'm a Black woman in America. I've seen collectively my people do this like it was okay. We wasn't doing it to the children's fathers. We were doing it to some niggas who our old man this time. It's a fact. And these niggas wasn't even breadwinners neither. Let them finish cooking.
And the reason why I go, but I know as a man, I'm going to get over it. I just need my mama help. I just need her help to get over it. But we always do this every time. But I feel it's coming. And I feel that it's going to eventually, be some one day. But, we working.
And let me say this. I don't think I necessarily have an issue per se with the man eating first. Because I think depending on the dynamic, I feel like if your man is a breadwinner and he taking care of everything and that be one of y'all things y'all do, who am I to say? But let me just say this. It's not about the demographic or whatever. It's more or less about who you choosing to put on these pedestals. My problem with Black American women is we be getting random po-ass, dusty-ass, nothing-ass niggas off the street without a pot to piss in, no window to throw it out, and we will move them into our families and our dynamics with our children, make them children, sometimes back in the day, make them children, call them niggas daddies, and they be in and out like goddamn hotcakes, and we treating these niggas like kings, and they don't deserve shit. You see what I'm saying? So like I say, it's one thing if you and your man and you and your husband and your man, y'all had kids and y'all have a dynamic. That's one thing. I'm talking about Black women who go get random niggas off the street. I will never respect it. That nigga should never eat before your kids, in my opinion. But who am I?
No. Do you ever just hit the point where you just say, this my mama, she had me, I'm gonna stand the fuck down. And you stop looking at her like your sister.
That's selfish. That's wrong. I'm not saying that we as Black Americans, because I know we evolve into where we're not just gonna take abuse from our parents just for the sake of because they are our parents. However, I'm not I just don't think that it's right for Finesse to have to be in his mama's life simply because she's his mama. If she's toxic, she got to go too. Yay. Respectfully, though. Respectfully. Gone are the days where we just having mamas and daddies around just because they mamas and daddies. If you bring toxicity, if you bring ill intention, if you bring evil, if you bring negativity to my life, then like the rest of them, mama, I love you, but you gotta go. You got to go. I love you down to the ground, but you gotta go. Yay. That way. That way. I don't think that it's fair that, and again, it's mentality because what's that little big head boy name? Wallow comes from an old school train of thought. Regardless, that's still your mama. Finesse comes from a new school train of thought. My internal peace is most important. I love my mama. I would never want nothing bad to happen to my mama, but I refuse to have my mama bring energy, negative, evil, dark energy into my life. I refuse. I had to deal with it growing up. I ain't dealing with it as an adult. I think that that's fair. I know that that's fair.
Why you can't stand down for your mom?
Every time I try to, it be something that happens that remind me of my past. I'm to my deep, and I ain't gonna put it on camera, and it'll remind me of my past, and I'll be like, damn, my mama told me when I first got out, when we first made amends, because while I was in prison, I didn't talk to my mama. See, a lot of people don't know that. See, y'all just know, they just know Finesse. They don't know Lil Ricky. He was already bumping heads in jail. I have a girlfriend, and my mama be over the house milking the shit out my girlfriend. I called, try to get $50 on commissary. Well, I gave your mama, bitch. You motherfucking. Man, my mama is like brothers.
So basically, the story he's telling was him and his mama grew up like friends. They never had a mother-son dynamic. When he was in and out of jail, his mama was over there finessing his girlfriend. Basically, his mama been scrunching off of him and finessing him his whole damn life. So when people saw her on the internet saying he moved me in this place and da-da-da-da, I commented on it. And the only thing I said was if you moved her there, I wouldn't have her kicked out like that. However, I did say we don't know the dynamics of that relationship. Everybody not just about to go reach back and help their mama simply because they're their mama. Some people's mamas, and I'm not saying that that's his mama. Some people's mamas are evil fucking beings. They don't deserve help. Some of them deserve to rot in the bullshit they created. Yay! I gotta say it out loud. Some mamas deserve to rot, and daddies. Some mamas and daddies deserve to rot in hell for what they did to their kids. Yeah, they don't deserve grace at the end of their lives. They don't deserve just because you my mom and my daddy, I gotta no. Some of them deserve the hell that they living in. Yay! Because what y'all don't understand is children often pay for the sins of their parents. You don't even know why you have a rape spirit on you. It's because something your mama, grandma, somebody before you had on them. Yeah, that's a spirit. I'm saying all that to say we got to be careful. First of all, respectfully. When I say respectfully, meaning you don't have to go back and forth with your mama, curse her out and all that. You don't have to do all that. For some people have those type of relationships. Some people have that dynamic with their mama. And if that's y'all dynamic, then goddamn it, so be it. Who am I to say? What I'm saying is once you find a place of healing and peace, nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to disturb it. Be it your mom, your pa, or your greedy grandma. I'm not saying that that's what Finesse is. I'm only using his story as a example. The example of it is we got to break these generational curses. The things that our parents grew up doing to us, instead of us correcting them, we just completely done away with them, and then we try to band-aid them and spoil our children. And we are spoiling the child by sparing the rod. Okay? The point I'm making is this. Once you get to a place where you find a place of healing, that comes first. And Finesse, I'm starting to understand the relationship dynamic between him and his mama. If she was putting niggas before him his whole life, why in the fuck should he have to put anybody or anything, or put her before anybody or anything? He would be well within his rights to tell his mama to kick rocks. She would be deserving of it. I told y'all, old women and old men, gone are the days is we just gonna take care of you because you our mama and our daddy. That don't go like that. You can't be evil to a child your whole life and then expect them to just say, oh, turn the other cheek. We a different breed of people. You got to understand the dynamics. You got to, right, you can honor them from a distance. Tell them, Kiana, you got it. You better understand the dynamics. Okay? He is her twin. And you know what? Probably her two big chance. You know what's crazy? They probably mirror each other. And that's probably why they get into it so much. Because they literally mirroring each other. For real. For real. Shamice, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, beautiful. Divine Energy, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, that's right, Voodoo. Say it loud. Love you down. Love you too, boo. Thank you so much. Oh, Jay New Orleans, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Y'all, whoever got them, thank you. Thank Jay New Orleans for the memberships, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my love. And thank you for the super chat. Says, when I first saw the picture, I thought Rashida quit mumble rapping and became a first lady. They both have that eye luggage bags of perseverance. Let me tell you something. I looked at it. Let me go pull up. What's his wife's name? What's Jamal Bryant wife's name? I had looked up, man. I'm not trying to drag for her or nothing. But like from a distance, she looked like Gizzard. But when you get up close, I ain't gonna hold you. When you get up close and you take the filters off, it's different. Gizzard don't look that. Gizzard ain't aging like that. Her neck might be aging, but Gizzard, you know what I'm saying? Gizzard still, you know, her skin still pulled up. This girl is giving, put it on her, make them wanna marry me. You know how Rashida look. Oh, Rashida looks so bad. She be looking good, and somehow she still just be looking so bad. I don't understand. Rashida is so beautiful. She is so pretty to me, and I love her style. I love the way she dressed. She be covered. That girl's so stylish, and somehow I can see all of that and still be like, Rashida looks so bad. That's crazy, huh? And I don't mean physically. I don't mean with what I'm looking at. I mean her aura. Rashida be looking like $1 million, and somehow I still be like, she looks so bad. It's crazy. Thank you for the super sticker, Tina Houston. I'm serious. Because I could look beyond the clothes, you know? It's different. Just my 4 cents. Thank you for the super chat. Says, as long as Bryant told the Democratic talking points and let them know he hates Trump, he is untouchable. Facts. Because you know this political stuff is very, very deep. And they play a dangerous game, child. You ain't lying. Daisha, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. Says, sending love. Thank you so much. I need it. And Jay New Orleans, thank you for the super chat. Says, last child here. Mine was bad no matter when. Yeah, some of us get caught up. I'll say for my parents, my older sister, who's now no longer here, she probably saw more. But I know for a fact, my baby brother, that nigga ain't get a third of the experience we got. I'm the child dead set in the middle. And I know for a fact that nigga ain't get a third of what my mama used to get. When we was growing up, my mama used to fight. She used to still fist fight in the streets. So getting a whipping wasn't a belt. My mama would whoop the dog shit out of you. My brother didn't get none of that. My baby brother ain't getting none of that. But let him tell it, he went through the worst life of all. And I be sitting here saying, nigga, please. Nigga, you ever been popped in the back of the head with a broom? No, shut your ugly ass up then, nigga. You ever had your mama turn the corner in a van on 2 wheels and jump out the car with a switch? Not the gun switch, but you know what I mean? You ever had your mama pop up to your homeroom class with the belt? Nigga, you don't know no pain, nigga. For real. This nigga, oh, life was hard. What happened? I remember I wanted a pair of Jordans and she made me go buy the knockoffs. Nigga, I order. Girl, For real, I be talking to my baby brother, and that's really what he be saying. No, I remember one time, I swear, I just wanted to go to the dance. And she let me buy my outfit, bro. And I swear to God, right before the dance, she told me I couldn't go, bro. I swear to God. Nigga, what? Girl, I be wanting to take a 2x4. I be looking around for something to pop this nigga in the back of the head. Nigga, what? That's what made life so hard for you? Nigga, man, get out my face. Watch out. Watch out, bro. Fuck. For real. He be making me take up for my mom, and I don't like that. When I talk to this nigga, you make me take outside. Nigga, shut your crazy ass up. Nigga, please. That be they talk, though, for real. But unlike Jay New Orleans, some of them do get the bad end no matter where it's at. All right, let's get into Claressa Shields and 50 Cent. For real, girl. Y'all get to seeing the difference? Girl, please. See, I went to school back in the day, back during the time where the teacher would call your mama to come whoop your ass on purpose in front of school. Oh, yes. See, back in the day, back in my day, your mama could pull up and whoop you in front of class. Mm-hmm. My mama beat my brother up in the hallway. Mm-hmm. At school. And he told her, he was like, you can't keep hitting me, I'm gonna hit you back. And she said, and bitch, I'm gonna call the police. Yay. That's the time we came from. Your mama could come whoop the fuck out you. Girl, I told y'all Child Protective Service came to my mama's house, and my mama told CPS, when y'all leave, I'm gonna beat the fuck out her. And the lady was like, I know, you should. Because my sister wanted to go to the dance. And my mama told her no. So she went to school and told them people that my mama was beating on her and neglecting her. So when we came home, the CPS people came and my mama showed the people the house and all of that and told her that my sister just spurred and she won't go to the dance. And my mama told the lady at CPS, I'll never forget it. She said, when y'all leave, I'm going to beat the fuck out of her. And the lady said, as you should. And the lady told my sister, because they got people who really need us and you playing. And the lady walked out the door. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I came from that era. I'm a different breed of girl. I came from that era. I'm a different breed of girl. I'm just saying. Y'all different. Y'all new girls. Y'all different. It's, oh my God, I don't like that he said that. Oh, I think I'm lost for the next 6 weeks. Bitch, please. I'm a different breed of girl. Mm-hmm. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, she did. Baby, that lady looked my sister dead in her face and said, as she should. And my sister got her ass dog walked. Do you hear me? Because back then it was more or less about being embarrassed. Bitch, you done had these white people. Put a 3 in the chat. Back then it was more or less about being embarrassed. Bitch, you done called these white people to my house? How that lady said on Precious, bitch, you got this damn white lady at my house? That's real. Oh, yes, ma'am. That was real. You done brought these white folks over here to my motherfucking house? Yeah, that's a real story. That is a real reaction from black mamas back then. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Argue with your mom, baby. Yes, it is. Now let's get into Claressa. For real. All jokes. Let's get into Claressa Shields. So just to give y'all a quick recap, Claressa Shields beefing with 50 because 50 started with Claressa Shields. Let's call a thing a thing. 50 started with Claressa Shields. Okay. So he tried to troll Claressa and Pap. I told y'all he did that to get in the algorithm. I told y'all it was about algorithm. If y'all understand social media, then y'all know that everything they do is for the algorithm. It makes money. If it makes algorithm, it makes money. Okay, so 50 was already beefing with everybody behind the Diddy documentary, and he decided to go to Claressa Shields and Papoose, or at least create an AI video of them portrayed as a pimp and a hoe, and the pimp saying that he was using the hoe, which was AI Claressa. Okay, 50 Cent started this. Claressa didn't look over at 50 and start with 50. She didn't say nothing about the documentary. She didn't say nothing about nothing. 50 Cent single-handedly on his own went out and started this whole thing with Claressa and Pap. Now, originally, Pap was saying, stand down, Claressa, let me have it. But it wasn't working. Pap was losing horribly to 50. Because Pap is not a beef type nigga. Pap is one of them type of niggas. I know his character. He don't do all that back and forth. He one of them niggas, it take a lot to get him upset. But when you do, watch out the way. It seems like Pap is that kind of guy. So going back and forth with a nigga like Pap on the internet with 50, you're not gonna get the back and forth banter because that's not the personality of Pap. However, Pap did come out and was like, you need to be beefing with them niggas who want to rap against you. Fast forward, he keeps going back posting AI pictures of Pap, AI pictures of and Pap posting AI pictures of 50. And then 50, lo and behold, one day post this 5-second clip, making it seem like he was curving Claressa Shields at a party. Now, mind you, he's doing this because the whole internet, now I ain't gonna say the whole, most of Black America hates Claressa Shields. Black Americans hate Claressa Shields, okay? And they won't tell you that. They will get on this internet and say, that's not true, Voodoo. We just don't like her. But then when you ask them why they don't like her, they literally don't have a genuine reason. They hate Claressa Shields, just like they hated Serena Williams, just like they hated Gabby Douglas, just like they hated all the rest of these Black female athletes that aren't racially ambiguous, just like they hated Sha'Carri Richardson. Y'all hate your own image put on display on a world stage. You do. And you could sit up here and tell me everything except that, and I don't believe it. Lie to yourself. Don't lie to me. Because at the end of the day, Claressa Shields ain't done nothing to nobody specifically on this internet to make people have such a disdain that they have for her. I know where the disdain come from her. How dare she be a Black nappy head hood bitch who was never supposed to make it, and not only make it out loud. That's the truth. You could say what you want. You could tongue wrestle in the audience. You could tongue wrestle in the comments. It's your subconscious. You hate her because you don't like the reflection of yourself on a world stage doing well. You don't believe you can make it. So seeing somebody like Claressa making it, oh God, that sends you up a river. Y'all hate her. I watched y'all do this to Serena Williams. Yes, I did. And then when she went married a white boy, then y'all went to windmilling. It's weird. At any rate, 50 Cent knew that y'all hated her. So what did he do? Take a 5-second clip, posted it, and just like clockwork, the hate showed. Soon as he posted it, y'all went created think pieces. Y'all went created other videos. Y'all went and flocked like 90 going west to this weird, crazy country bumpkin Detroit Black girl who off in the corner being a duck goose for her nigga. Because that's to be honest, that's the only thing y'all hate about her. That she's being a duck for her nigga. As if you ain't at home right now currently being a duck for yours. The fact of the matter is she speak out for Black women in sports all the time. She spoke out when the trans wanted to fight the Black women in boxing. She spoke out. She always is pro-Black people, even in the midst of y'all calling this girl everything but the child of God. She's still saying, but I'm not going to turn my back on my people. Y'all is weird. I asked the game. It's one thing to not like what she's doing, but it's another thing to have a disdain. It's one thing to say she get on my nerves, but it's another thing for her to bother you that much. What's going on inside of you internally? What about you don't you like? Because 50 Cent was able to activate all the demons inside of y'all. All of y'all with that self-hate, all the Black women who have internal self-hate, subconscious internal self-hate, 50 activated you bitches like that. And y'all really on here justifying and saying, I just don't like her. Okay, why don't you like her? When you figure that out, it's going to come right back to you. So he activated y'all, and then Claressa had to come on here and show y'all that's a lie. 50 made it seem like she was over there trying to be a groupie. She had to come back with the receipts to show y'all, oh, no, sir. I wasn't being no groupie. He invited me there because he needed me there. This is what Claressa showed y'all yesterday. He been trolling, 50 been trolling. And I told y'all every dog have its day. And 50 is coming up on his. He been trolling. And I've been telling y'all be taking his word at face value as if this nigga is a god or something. Who this nigga supposed to be? She put out the video to show y'all, not only was she not over there trying to get up on him, he personally invited her and paid for her to come to Shreveport to help support his studio. But y'all still got in the comments and drag for the lady. Why? Because she is a representation of you. You don't like the way you look. When you take your wig off and you take your makeup off, you look like Claressa and you hate that shit. So when you see her out here unapologetically lame, because a lot of y'all putting on facades on the internet, y'all ain't who y'all say y'all is. A lot of y'all putting on facades at work. Y'all ain't who y'all say y'all is. A lot of y'all putting on facades with your friends. Y'all ain't who y'all say y'all is. So everybody putting on a costume. This girl coming on the internet being authentically her, and she putting a mirror on your costume. That's why you don't like it. That's why you don't like her, because Claressa Shields puts a huge mirror on your motherfucking costume. Let's call it. When you strip down all that shit off your face, off your head, off your persona, you look just like Claressa Shields, and it bothers you. That's why it grinds your gears to see her on the internet being a duck, goose. And I don't care if he got a wife. She got a husband. It didn't matter when she was over there riding either the black captain's dick, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about him being married. Both of them married. Both of them cheating. Go argue with your mom. I'm telling you what it is. She's a mirror. Most of y'all demons don't like that mirror. That's why when you see her, it irks you, grinds your gears. Oh, I can't stand her. Oh, she get on my nerve. All she doing is over there in the corner being a duck. Why does that bother you? It's one thing to not like it. Why does it bother you so much? The mirror. It's the mirror, Fat. It's the mirror. And you will never admit it. You ain't got to admit it to me. But see, when you take your wig off tonight, Fat, or when you take your little sew-in out, or your little quick weave or whatever, and you get in the shower, when you get out that shower, go look in the mirror without all that shit on, with nobody around you. It's hard for y'all to do that. I know, because when I first did it, it was hard for me to do it. I'm only preaching from a place where I've been. I ain't telling y'all nothing I ain't go through. That's how I know what I'm looking at, because I seen it in myself. That's how I know exactly what I'm looking at. I couldn't see it when I was going through it because I was blinded going through it. I'm telling you that the reason you don't like Claressa because she's a mirror. I don't care if it's a physical mirror. Internally, externally, it don't matter. She is a mirror. Y'all drag the girl about how she over there going back and forth with Layla Ali. Newsflash, duck, goose. She's a boxer. That's what they do for a living. That's how they sell their fights. She's supposed to go at Layla Ali. If she want to be the greatest, she got to beat the greatest. Fuck Layla Ali. Who's she supposed to be? Y'all didn't even watch her fights, no way. Who's she supposed to be? Nothing but a gatekeeper, if you ask me. She's supposed to go at Layla Ali. It's the nature of the sport. But I realized, too, when I was sitting down, The enemy is merging fan bases. This is why y'all get to these sports and y'all don't understand it. They taking reality TV fan base and merging them with sports fan base, and you bitches is running around with your head cut off like a damn chicken. Welcome to the party. You're late. She's supposed to talk shit. It's a part of the sport. That's how it goes. But you wouldn't know that because you coming from the internet. All you know is Remy mind Papoose. So when Papoose get with the boxer chick and she on here talking her shit as she should, you think is she being pompous? She's being arrogant. But you know why? Because she a black nappy head bitch. How dare she? That's why because your mindset is just like that colonizer. You a black nappy head bitch. How dare you? That's what your subconscious saying. Your conscious ain't saying it. So you gonna get on the internet and tell me, Voodoo, you lying. Voodoo, that's not true. That's the truth. So there y'all go and attack the girl. For what? The girl ain't did nothing to y'all. If you still hung up about her sleeping with somebody else's husband, bitch, go heal. You need heavy healing, ho. That ain't your husband. Claressa didn't take your husband. Heal, ho. Stop projecting your insecurities onto these celebrities. Heal, heal, heal. Fast forward. Because y'all don't want to hear the quiet part out loud. Y'all hate that girl because she's a mirror. It's a fact. Y'all hate her because she's a mirror. Y'all hate her because she's a mirror. And you don't have to say it out loud. I know it. It be little bitty stupid videos like this that send y'all up through there. And I don't understand. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to read the comments. Look at this video. She ain't dragging for nobody. She ain't cursing nobody out. She ain't talking about nobody. All she doing is being a duck goose for a nigga like we've all done. And look.
Scramble hard. I know how you like to do it. That's enough. Yeah, I won't mind too. You know how much I cook for this man? His house, my house. I make him my special oxtail. You know I'll make you oxtail unless I love you for real. I don't think you ever make me oxtail. You never asked. Y'all see this? You want your eggs? Scramble hard. I know how you like to do it.
A small, simple video like this. Look at the comments. The gag is, don't nobody want no pap. Y'all giving her more attention than she actually needs, to be honest. And that one got 18,000 likes, 10,000 likes. Them eggs on high, ain't they? This her first boyfriend, you can tell. Pro tip, or whatever. Look at Bobby likes. Pro tips when scrambling eggs, fold the egg, who cares? Dude, definitely her first nigga in life. Don't ask him. Come on now. And I can imagine what they look like behind the scenes. I can imagine what their lives are like behind the scenes. Just miserable. Ugh. Just misery. Just death and misery around them. Waiting for this girl to post so they can go on here and say some horrible shit about the girl. She ain't said nothing to nobody. She ain't offend nobody. She ain't drag for nobody. She ain't did nothing. So for all y'all sitting up there hollering, oh, well, I don't like the way she talked to Layla Ali. That girl over here minding her mother plucking business, and y'all really is triggered. Y'all really is triggered. But these the same black women who be saying, protect black women. Oh, Voodoo Diddy should get prison. He need life in prison for what he did, Cassie. You only saying that because she racially ambiguous. If she was a bald head Kalina, you wouldn't give a fuck. If it was Dawn, you wouldn't care. If it was me, you wouldn't care. You only cared about Cassie because she light-skinned and racially ambiguous. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Because the fact of the matter is that hoe was a co-conspirator and a hoe. It's small stuff like this that trigger y'all. But hold on. Because this would make me bring it back. So Claressa saw that y'all was dragging her. Even at under 50 posts, y'all still dragging the girl. The girl ain't did nothing. So the girl came out and not only got back at 50, she got back at y'all too, as she should. It's one thing to have playful banter back and forth on the internet about somebody, but y'all have completely honed in on this girl, and y'all gonna try. What y'all want the fucking girl to kill herself? For real, what do Black America want from this girl? I think y'all probably do want the girl to jump off a damn bridge, but she not gonna do it. It says Claressa Shields speak after 50 Cent shares old photo of her. Mind you, the photo he shared was one of her. Let me pull it up. The photo he shared, this was her winning the World Olympic Boxing Championship. Most of you hoes won't even win fights in your hood. This girl was winning the world, not the city bitch, not the country hoe, the world. The world championship at 17, coming from an impoverished neighborhood, a mama who didn't give a damn about her. I heard she was allegedly sexually assaulted and raped as a child. And y'all and 50 go pull up an old picture of this girl fighting for her fucking life, and y'all go to dragging. And this the worst part. 99.9% of the people dragging her will never accomplish a third of what she's accomplished. They're going to live and die in their hood behind their computers with their diabetes and their heart attacks. I'm so glad. And this is why I keep a level of anonymity. This is why I can't wait to move to the country out the way, because I got to get away from people. Because the hypocrisy is so heavy, it's ridiculous. So under 50 posts, they went to dragging a girl, dragging her hair. And mind you, 50 knew what he did when he posted this. He posted this so y'all can see her and deem her as ugly. Remember, I told you this is the mirror. When you take your wig off and you take your lashes off and your makeup and all that shit, you look like this, and you try so hard on a day-to-day basis to cover this up. And I don't care if it's a physical, I'm talking mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If you think she look bad, you feel like that. If you think she look bad, your emotional health is like that. Y'all try so hard to cover that shit up on a day-to-day basis that when it's put in front of your face, it's like kryptonite. It's like a cross to a crucifix to a goddamn vampire. It burns you bitches. Ah! It burns you. Y'all done let the internet fool y'all to believe that people look like these fucking characters. That's why the girls is looking like the trannies now. I said it. Yeah, y'all hoes, I can't tell y'all the difference from the neck, from the chin up. Y'all bitches look identical twins. Yeah, I gotta say that part. It's not all, but some black women with the lace front, from the chin up, you bitches be looking like identical twins. I can't tell the difference. And now that that's the new norm, everybody gotta look like that or you ugly. Everybody gotta look like that or you ain't this or you ain't that. When the fact of the matter is, under all of that bullshit, you look just like Claressa, because I know I do. And when I say look just like her, I don't mean in every detail, meaning your natural, coily, curly, nappy hair. Yeah, I said it. Your natural skin with blemishes. Your natural skin with acne. Under the makeup, your true skin tone. She's a mirror. And that mirror been burning the souls of all of you demons on the internet. That's why y'all been dragging for this girl the way that you drag for. And this the worst part. It's dark-skinned black women. It's dark-skinned, nappy-headed black women. You would think the way we sit up here and cry and whine about being oppressed and about being left behind and about being stereotyped that we would be the ones to hold each other up more than anybody. But no, we the first ones throwing the stones. The dark-skinned, curly, coily, nappy-head, black, fat bitch. That's us. We the first ones throwing the damn stones. But then, when we see Cassie get her ass whipped, oh my God, give Diddy life in prison. Oh my God, he's a demon. Girl, fuck you, Diddy and Cassie. How about that? How about that? Fuck you, Diddy, and Cassie. All three of y'all hoes need to go to jail. Since y'all, fuck Cassie. I've been said that. This ain't the first time I said it. Girl, motherfuck that bald head hoe. I don't give a damn about no Cassie. I care about my people. I care about my people. That bitch got $30 million to get her head kicked up and down the street like a goddamn bowling ball. I'm trying to take up for my goddamn people. And to wake you niggas up to stop being led to hate your own self. Because if you hate her, you hate you. Because you don't even know why you hate her. When you peel, ask yourself. You don't have to have nobody. I need everybody who don't like Claressa. When you get off this live, put your phone down and go to the mirror and ask yourself, why I don't like Claressa? And when you get that answer back, you're going to realize it stemmed with you. Claressa responded. Let's get into what she had to say. So she speaks out and she said, boy, y'all hate everything about blackness. Now, this is the worst part. After she gets y'all together, now y'all going to try to move the goalpost and say, oh, she trying to move the goalpost. No, she calling it what it is. It says, please, y'all want to run with the ugly narrative so bad. I was 17 years old fighting for my entire country and had an Olympic gold medal around my neck. Of course I glowed up, and I'm going to always be focused no matter what, like always. That was so perfect. If that shouldn't have made you niggas shut the fuck up, I don't know what should have. But y'all so gone. Most of y'all live on the internet. I forgot. Most people live in the metaverse. They don't live in real world anyway. I forgot. My bad. So here she go. And she's telling y'all, I was 17 years old. 17. Nigga, I won a world championship with a gold medal around my neck. You bitches don't even have real gold on your neck right now. And you gonna pull up an old picture of me fighting for my fucking life to try to drag me. And then you niggas gonna see it and disregard all the greatness in the picture because all y'all looking at is this nappy head black girl. How dare she make it? I'm telling you what it is. It would be one thing if she was one of these celebrities up here leading y'all astray, doing y'all dirty, stealing y'all money, selling y'all shit. Now, it would be one thing, but that girl really just over there minding her business. For real, for real. Then this the part that's going to get y'all. Then she goes on to say, boy, y'all hate everything about blackness. Being black, black women, black support, black unity, black noses, black asses. It's really sad. I'm never going to join the hate train of my people. I didn't wear a full face of makeup till I was 24 years old. Still beautiful and blessed. Again, if Claressa was to take what everything y'all say on the internet, that girl would have been committed suicide by now. Because I think that's what y'all want her to do. And it's the worst part. Most of you niggas on the internet dragging for her, y'all do know y'all being led by bots, right? The major pages and the major people that be posting this shit, that ain't even real. Them bots. Y'all so much followers, y'all following bots. And she's right. You do hate everything about blackness. Because if she was light-skinned, he would have never even posted the picture. I'ma say it again. If she was light-skinned, he would have never even posted the picture. He posted it because he saw it's a black, dark-skinned girl with nappy head and her hair is unkept. Let's pull it up. Because y'all gonna act like we over here making this shit up. Y'all gonna sit up here and act like we are making this up and nobody is saying this. He chose this particular picture because it looks like she's dark-skinned, black nappy-head girl that has always been left behind, that even the other dark-skinned black nappy-head girls don't give a damn about. He knew it, and it worked like a charm. That's why he chose the picture. Because if you really paid attention to the picture, the girl got a whole gold medal in her hands. How many of you niggas know somebody? How many of you niggas know somebody who's even gone to the Olympics as a guest, let alone compete or win a gold medal? She's right. Y'all hate everything about blackness. And it's not always your fault, not all the way. The enemy has done a great job in conditioning you through media and the internet to hate your blackness. I'm guilty of it too. I ain't above reproach. That's why I'm sitting on this thing with a wig on. My hair look like hers right up under there. If I didn't have a level of disdain for my blackness, I wouldn't be sitting up here with this wig on. So I got to call me to the red carpet. We all got it in us. It was directly put in us on purpose. The problem is, if you never adjust or if you never recognize it, then you never know that it's there and you continue the behavior. And the fact of the matter is like I say, when I went to go look through them comments, most of the people who dragging for Claressa are black women. And they ain't just any black women. Black, dark-skinned, nappy-headed black women. Y'all can't even see beauty in the girl. I know you don't. And I thank God and I hope that what she's saying on the internet is true, that she's not allowing you to taint her image of us all. Because see, then when they turn out to be Serena and Venus and they go over by the clears, then y'all gonna want to stone them and say they wrong. But girl, fuck y'all. I watched y'all drag Serena with them white people for years. I remember one day I damn near cried when she was on the doggone tennis court and they was throwing that shit on the tennis court. I watched black people on the internet join in on that shit. I watched y'all. And they wasn't all just foreigners. It was niggas. Niggas. I watched y'all do that shit to Serena. When they used to wear the regular braids with the beads on the end. I watched y'all. So don't say it was just the foreigners and don't say it was just the clears. Y'all do this every fucking time. This why Lil' Kim went and turned into a Puerto Rican. Because it was heavily prevalent in the 90s. This why Lil' Kim turned into a whole goddamn Puerto Rican right now. Y'all letting the internet trick y'all. And 50 is a white horse that's going to trick the fuck out of y'all. Mark my words. Them people using 50 Cent to come on here and create this division. They using him for that documentary shit. That ain't none of 50 shit. 50 is the pale white horse that they going to use to fuck over everybody. Y'all better be careful. You can't hate Claressa because the girl ain't did shit to you. She ain't did nothing to you. She don't get on here attacking groups. She don't get on here and say nothing about nobody. Is she annoying? Fuck yeah, she's annoying. But am I somewhere like, oh, this girl get on my nerves? No, she don't mess with nobody. That girl be minding her business. Y'all be seeing her going under her comments. It's you hate your blackness. You hate it. She's right. But I seen this other girl, and I'm so glad this girl, I don't know who this girl is. She light-skinned. I'm going to let her cook. I ain't even going to stop her. I'm going to let this girl cook. This light-skinned girl, I don't know who she is. She has something to say, and she cooking y'all up like steaks, and I'm here for it because she's absolutely right. And like I say, I'm so glad she light-skinned because y'all love taking messages from the clears and the lighter amongst us. Okay? So with that being said, and let me say this too, for all y'all sitting up here saying she annoying. She can be annoying, but you need to ask yourself why you care so much. Go heal. Go heal. There's something in you need to heal. Let's get into this girl. Who is this girl? Winter Blanco. I don't know who she is, but her name sounds familiar. Defense Claressa Shields and other black female athletes claiming bullying is coming from the same people that say protect black women. She ain't lying. And that people don't have the same energy for male athletes. And that's a whole other thing. Lord have mercy. Because let me tell y'all something. She not humble. She spent $30,000 at Louis Vuitton. Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all say that when Floyd Mayweather do that? Get me up here. Because y'all bitches be so hypocritical, it makes me sick. When Floyd Mayweather, the money team, was going all around Vegas buying up strip clubs, chicken places, throwing out money. That when he does that, do y'all go under Floyd's comments and tell him he need to be humble? Fuck no. He was just at the basketball game with a Birkin bag on the ground. Y'all don't say nothing. But as soon as it's Claressa, but I'm telling you why. How dare this black, nappy-head, dirty bitch make it? She not supposed to make it. No. She black. She got nappy hair. She come from Detroit in the hood. Her mama didn't hardly raise her. She was sexually assaulted. She not supposed to make it. Not her. Because when she make it, it reminds me of my failures. That's going to go over y'all head. But the ones who going to catch it, they going to catch it. Let's get into this girl, Winter Blanco. And I heard people say, well, she had beef with this person and she did that. A broken clock is right twice a day. I don't know this girl from a can of paint. It doesn't matter what she's done in the past. When she is making a point that stands, stick with the point. But y'all like to deflect by going back to stuff that makes no difference because you don't want to stand in the healing truth with the fact of you wrong. You're wrong. Let's get into it. Because she about to clock y'all ass anyway.
Something that has really been pissing me off lately, and I'm even debating on talking about this on the podcast because honestly, I'm tired of talking about anything that has to do with race or anything because like the conversation just gets so fucking tired. But I am so tired of seeing y'all pick on black female athletes, specifically right now, Claressa Shields, who is like one of the best female boxers.
Somebody say it does make a difference. She's a documented colorist. And you know what? That could be possibly so. But in this moment, when she's speaking the truth, all that goes out the window. You see what I'm saying? Because whatever she is has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. She might be a colorist, but in this moment, she has a message that Black America needs to hear. That's called emotional maturity. When you can put aside your feelings to deal with the facts. Okay? So I need y'all to learn to do that. Let me take you down because I'm not speaking this to you. I'm speaking this to everybody in the chat. It's called emotional maturity. You supposed to be eating the meat and spitting out the bones anyway. That's y'all problem. Y'all get emotionally attached to people, and that's why y'all can't hear shit. You get blocked off. Stop attaching yourself emotionally to people you don't know. Listen to the message, eat the meat, spit out the bones, and go about your business. It's called emotional intelligence. Most of you have no clue of what that is, but if you go and heal, you'll find out a lot about it. A broken clock is right twice a day. Just keep that in mind, okay? Stop deflecting. Let's get to the message.
boxers, and the way that y'all pick at this lady and pick and pick and pick, and you're literally bullying this lady right now is crazy as hell to me. I seen y'all do it when y'all switched up on Sha'Carri Richardson. Y'all did it with Gabby Douglas and how many other black gymnasts. Like, it's just so weird to me because it be coming from the same people who will sit on the internet talking about protect black women, this and da-da-da. But like, when it comes to these female athletes who maybe don't look a certain way to you, like they're muscular or whatever, y'all think that that's just like a free for all to just go in on them and like treat them like shit. Like, it's genuinely the definition of it be your own people. Because while y'all should be sitting up here and celebrating this fucking woman for being so talented, all of these women for being so freaking talented and so amazing at what they do, y'all get on the internet talking about irrelevant, stupid ass shit. Like, why are y'all sitting up here talking about the lady outfits? Why y'all nitpicking her relationship? Like, why?
Right.
Shit that don't even matter.
Right.
Like, these professional athletes go so fucking hard. Like,
and I don't mean to stop her, but she's right. Y'all be dragging for the girl clothes and her hair. Does that make you feel better at home? Oh, look at Claressa. She thinks she look cute. She look a mess. Did that make you feel better? Because, and again, I'm not saying that you can't observe something and see something and laugh about it. I'm talking about the people who waddle in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the people who waddle in this shit. Because that's the stuff that y'all be picking on the girl about. She ugly. Or she nappy head. Or, oh, look, she don't know how to dress. So Remy just learned how to dress through that girl who was with Nicki Minaj. Remy didn't know how to dress neither. And who cares if she don't know how to dress? Mentality.
If you have ever known a professional athlete, like, you know how hard they work. And it's so crazy because y'all don't do this to the men.
Nope.
And that's the other thing, a big point. Y'all don't do this to the fucking men.
Nope.
Y'all tear these female athletes down while these male athletes literally go around doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And y'all don't do or say shit about it. Like, these male athletes can literally have 15 baby mamas, 6 STDs, drug charges, SA allegations, and he gonna get a check for $200 million and ain't nobody gonna talk about it.
Pause. Bitch, ain't y'all running around here taking up for Stephon Diggs? Man. And y'all only taking up for Stephon Diggs because he with Cardi. Wasn't y'all just over here taking up for Stephon Diggs? These male athletes be trash human beings. Y'all don't open your mouth. Y'all will turn a blind eye depending on who your God is. And when I say who your God is, that means who your favorite celebrity is. You bitches will turn a blind eye depending on who they fucking. But then she's messing with a married man. Cardi just had a baby and she's still married. But y'all windmilling for that too. But then she should have waited until he got divorced. You didn't. Come on, man. When you peel back the layers on why you don't like the girl, it goes back to you. Y'all really just hate on this girl. Y'all give them all this shit. That girl ain't got no drama to her name other than the papoose shit. And apparently the internet making it bigger than what it really is. Y'all done went past gossip to bullying.
But then if a female athlete happens to not have the proper outfit on or doesn't cook a meal to your standards, you're outraged and she's going to get paid way less than said male athlete. Does anybody see how that's a little, something that has really been pissing me off lately? And
she's right. It's a huge double standard. We see it in relationships. That's why everybody's mad with Claressa and nobody says nothing to Easy the Block Captain. That's why everybody's mad with Claressa and nobody's saying nothing to Remy because Remy is a hoe too. Remy was just allegedly a dude came out and said she was fucking Math Hoffa. Allegedly. But y'all ain't gonna tell Remy nothing. You know why the difference between Remy and Claressa? Remy has a westernized look. She looks polished. She looks pristine. She looks up to your standards. So right now, because Claressa don't look up to your standards, and we already familiar with her, with Remy, then we gonna go Team Remy. But the fact of the matter is, Remy hasn't accomplished a pitch in her own rap career than what Claressa has in her boxing career. Remy ain't shit in the rap world. I gotta call it. She ain't even top 10, not top 20, not top 30. And I used to have the albums. Whereas Claressa is at the very top of her field. Yes, Remy got work done. Yes, Remy got a lot of work done. Yay. I remember old Remy, hood Remy, in the project with the heavy boots on and the big bubble jacket, looking like one of the niggas. Yay, with the gold bang. I remember that Remy. Come on, man. With the big old cut across the chin. Or was it the lip? With the big old cut. Dirty, low down. That's the Remy I came up on. And that Remy went to jail. And then when she came back, she got with that girl who be with Nikki. And that girl helped her get her wardrobe up. And let me put another monkey wrench in there. If Claressa Shields looked like Layla Ali, y'all would not give two fucks about Papoose being over there. I'm going to say it again. Ra Ali, that's the girl name who helped Remy. But if Claressa Shields looked like Layla Ali, yeah, you'll have your whispers here and there, but y'all wouldn't be dragging for that girl like that. Y'all wouldn't say nothing. Y'all wouldn't even pay her no mind, to be honest. To be honest. Y'all wouldn't say two words. And if you look at the common denominator, it still boils down to her looks. Claressa Shields is a mirror to Black America that you thought you hid and buried. See, you thought because the internet came along, hair, weave, nails, makeup, fake personas, all this other stuff. You thought when that came along, you was able to bury the real you. And for a while, successfully, you was able to do it. But every now and again, somebody will pop their rear their ugly heads up to remind you of who you really and truly are. And every time they do that, your reaction is very telling. Your reaction shows that you don't like the mirror. And the fact of the matter is, what y'all are doing to Claressa Shields is nothing other than straight up bullying. And if you are a Black American woman and you are finding any reason to justify this, mind you, you don't know Remy, you don't personally know Pap, and you don't personally know Claressa. So if you are an Black American woman and you are finding any reason to justify this, bitch, you need to go heal. With that being said, I'm going to get up off of here. I'm pro Team Claressa. And from now on, I'm going to be doing commentary because I done seen it on the internet. Everybody want to get on the hate Claressa train? Good. We going to start a pro Claressa train. If you on this internet and you are a content creator and you have any way to find any, or you have any way, shape to put out any positive messaging on Claressa Shields, I think that as Black women, if you want to talk about unity, this is how you stand together in unity. Instead of us other Black women tearing her down, let's us Black female YouTubers lift her up in a situation where she's being torn down. How about that? But I bet you miserable bitches, not all, but some of you miserable bitches ain't gonna want to do it because you live your life in misery. That's why you're gonna die there, hoe. Bye.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, Blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.